All right, I think we're live. We got a new layout. Had to use a Hangouts meeting because Discord is down as far as the video calls. So let's make sure the audio on OBS is working. Yep. Why don't you guys say something?
Hello, hello.
Checking, checking, 1, 2, 3, checking.
All right. Yeah. So Lenny, Jay, you guys hear us? All right. It shows good on OBS. So I sent a invite to Terrell. We'll see if he joins. But yeah, it was a little bit of a uh, I don't know what to scramble to try to get
Quag,
something here. So
Quagmire.
um, yeah, so
Oh, Retro. Do you have your window full screened? Because if you don't, then that's
Yeah, I
why.
did.
Oh, really?
It doesn't show. It shows on
yeah, it
the
looks fine.
broadcast,
You guys,
on the live stream.
I think the video quality is better in Discord right now, like
It
way
looks
better.
clean as hell. Yeah.
So we'll see
Oh,
when Terrell
Discord,
gets
you
here.
don't fucked up.
We might be using this from now on. To be honest, his graphics card's updating, so Terrell will be a while. Um, so let's just
Goddamn.
start with. I'm going to start with Silk Song because I've been waiting for this game since 2019 when E3 Nintendo Treehouse had like a 15-minute demo, and then the people on the showroom floor all said, "Man, this game feels like it's ready. It's like done. It's so polished, like it is." And
When was that?
2019 June,
Oh, whew.
and they never did. I've never seen an interview where if they said anything like did they come up with some playing the game. I'm not like there's no like it's it's got really cool new abilities and stuff, but it's not a revelation. It's not like going from Skyward Sword to Breath of the Wild. There's no major revelation. So I'm just curious if it was like, you know what? Let's just no hurry. So Hollow Knight was selling well, and let's just take our time, make sure these our level design spot on, and I don't know what it was, but for whatever reason, they just
Oh, didn't I tell you last week? That's what the that's what the team was saying.
did they officially say something? I know that they
Um,
said that they were in no hurry, but I didn't before it came out. I was wondering if there was some like new idea that they had and said, "Shit, we need to do this, so we need to like not start over, but like completely change the game."
hmm.
And I don't think that anything like that happened.
Yeah, not that I know of.
But man, it's when sometimes you're anticipating a game and you finally get to play it, and sometimes it didn't live up to the hype built up in your mind, and sometimes it's Breath of the Wild, and it's just I would say Silk Song's closer to Breath of the Wild. It's not that mind blowing, oh my god, I can't believe you know Nintendo did this, but it's just like it's so polished. The controls, the gameplay mechanics, the level design, the sound design is freaking amazing. It took everything to the next level. It's just so good. Like I don't bring this up just to like keep bashing Donkey Kong, but I've been just trying to make Donkey Kong fun. Like trying to. I've got like almost 20 hours in the game, and I'm just waiting for it to like hit with me or click. And Hollow Knight within like 30 minutes, I'm just like, oh my god, like this is. I just feel at home. So it was worth the wait. It's $20. That's one thing I want to talk about. I see overreactions on both sides. I see people saying, well, the industry needs to take notice, and then I see OJ make a video like they don't need to take notice. I'm like, they don't need to like change everything they do to try to make a $20 game, but I think the point is you got Nintendo releasing Drive X Drive for wasn't that 20 or was it 10?
Yeah, yeah.
That's a $20 game from Nintendo,
Can't compare the two, Juice. One is from
and
a multi-billion-dollar company.
It's also that Team Cherry could have asked double if they wanted to, and
guarantee it
nobody would
would
have
have
said
wouldn't have
anything.
affected like much the like total sales like and
That game should have been a fucking pack game, bro. Get that shit out of here.
and it's like it's fair to look at a game like that. Yeah, they
Let's
only
be
have
honest.
4 people or whatever, and they made it. They sold 15 million copies of Silks or Hollow
Right.
Knight at $20. I mean, I don't think it ever really went on sale. Maybe some Steam sales.
Didn't need to.
So you got to figure they made at least, I mean, at the
It's
bare
three
minimum $10 for every game, so times 15
200.
million.
They made at least 250 million off that.
Yeah, so
I mean,
they
even the physical Switch versions were only like $30, I think.
I mean, you got to add in. So let's say they made at least 200 mil off of that game. If you add in
and
like
what,
the,
what do you do with that? Like, how does they didn't have any other publisher?
As
It was
in-
just them.
right.
Nintendo get a little cut.
right. That's why I was saying that. That's why I dropped it down because
Steam gets a little
totally
cut.
it was 300. But yeah.
But if it sells for 20, you got to figure they're at least getting $10, $12 from that, from each sale,
Right.
you'd think. I know it was on Game Pass, but that 15 million was, according to them, was units sold.
That's from from sales.
And, you know, 150, 200 million, you know, before tax and stuff. Yeah, they got to pay employees, but I guarantee you their overhead is a couple
And
hundred
you got
thousand. maybe.
merchandising.
Merchandise, yeah, they've made some money. And they could have easily, you know, put a $40 price tag on this game. Now, yeah, there might have been some backlash.
I would have said 30 at least, but
30
they,
for sure.
yeah.
I was surprised. Honestly, I was absolutely surprised when it said 20. I was expecting
Nobody would have
30
been upset
minimum.
with 30.
Shinobi's
would've been.
30.
Right.
That's a really great game too, but so it's like,
But you
I
can
mean,
tell that over the years you've had all these Hollow Knight clones and people try to do the same thing. The
Mhm.
second you're playing Silk Song, it's like, yeah, nobody's getting close to how smooth the shit
Right.
plays.
and they like
And
Hollow
I think
Knight.
that's the point. That's the point.
Hollow Knight has a feel to it, but Silk Song just takes it to the next level. Like the movement speed, the agility, the actual moves that doesn't even tell you. Like if you're running, sometimes I do like this like spinning attack. Like after I run and like an enemy gets in front of me, and I'm like, oh crap, hit the attack button. I don't know if I hit up. There's like a dash when you're running. There's like a surge attack. Hollow
The
Knight
main
was
thing they
very
said
basic.
is that they wanted it to be like more acrobatic than Hollow Knight, and I think just the fact that instead of like having a down slash, the fact that she comes in an angle and leaves
Yeah.
in an angle, that changes everything.
And then
It's so fun.
there's certain objects you have to use that, like a balloon and these little red circles that you bounce off of. It only works with the dive attack. And it's so good, man. And the sound, like you guys know me, I love my sound design. Like I'm just gonna say it puts anything else I played on Switch 2 to shame at this point. Like Mario Kart and Donkey Kong just puts them to shame. Like it's so high quality. Like the voices, like it just sounds like a really high recording quality, and the music's great. Music's great in Donkey Kong too, so it's not just the music, but it just feels like super polished. And hold on.
I think Drew stopped the podcast. He's gone. He's just playing Silk Song now.
No, I was actually looking to share a clip, but I gotta put it on Hangouts.
I actually feel that, like compared to what you said last week, I feel you absolutely can instantly tell it's a sequel graphically. The depth of the levels. They do some parallax scrolling stuff that they didn't really do as much in Hollow Knight. You got all like the particle effects in the foreground and background. You can definitely tell they visually upgraded the game.
Yeah, and it doesn't look that much different. I did the 4K on Switch 2 versus the 1080p 120, and I honestly couldn't tell the difference between the two. So its art style really doesn't benefit so much from the higher resolution, which surprised me. But for whatever reason, my TV, of all the things, it says it's capable of 1440p at 120 hertz, but the Switch 2 and my TV, it's a grayed out option, so I have to do 1080p with the 120 hertz. But that just gives you, it's just more responsive. You know, it's not like 60 to 30. It's not that noticeable going back, but it just reduces the input latency of my TV by half. It's like, I don't know, it's like 8 milliseconds in 120 hertz mode versus like 15 milliseconds in 60. So it's just like instant, and it just feels so good. What's funny?
I'm laughing at mom. It's
And honestly, like we talked last week, I said I didn't think Donkey Kong should have been a $70 game, and I definitely don't think Mario Kart justified its $80 price point based on their parameters.
Hey, that's the standard cost of games now, $70.
Yeah,
so.
and then according to some people, some people are saying the 64 gig carts as high as $20. I can't see it being 20, but I could see it being 14, 15.
Well, isn't that's basically when I'm jumping the gun here, but isn't that basically what you could replay is charging $20 over the?
Is it? I didn't see that price.
Yeah, I think they're charging 50, and it's 30 for everyone else. They're charging 50 for the Switch 2 card, as far as I remember.
Yeah, it's loud.
Which I'm fine with paying.
20
Again,
is a little higher than I expected, and we'll get into the
well,
whole.
well, it's probably 16 or 17. They just like fuck it.
Yeah, round it up.
We'll just round it up. Yeah.
But I mean, it's just it should be a wake up call to some companies. I'm not saying everybody always got games gotta be $20 now, but it should, like, this whole idea we've been talking for a long time that Sony needs to stop with trying to just every game be the $300 million big budget game. And yeah, they're not gonna sell a game for $20. But Astrobot, I can't remember what that was. That 50 or 60? It wasn't 70. I know for sure. So they didn't charge full price for that. But let me look up if Astrobot was 60 or 50. But it does put definitely some similar price games to shame. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Robert's
You
not
can't
here
do
to
that.
defend Drag X Drive. Astrobot is 60, so it's $10 cheaper. I mean, Astrobot is a great game.
I mean, Robert tries, but
Astrobot ain't Donkey Kong. I don't give a fuck.
I think it's here and Donkey Kong's here, and I'm not even the hugest. I didn't even think Astrobot. I think number 5 game of the year. It's just there's so many ways that Astrobot is better for me.
I play Rescue Mission, which is the VR one, and I was telling y'all back then that shit was fun. I said back then that was the closest to a Mario 64 experience that I've had from anybody.
And the new one
I'm not surprised that the game is great.
The new one took the core game from the Playroom, and there's some levels in there that I would say rival the level design. There's only a couple. I'll say maybe 3 total, where I felt this rivals Nintendo's 3D Mario team. Like, when they did it, when it hit really hard, it was like, oh my god. Neither of you played it, but there's a sponge mechanic. It's such a freaking cool power up mechanic, whatever you want to call it. They only use it in one main level, and then part of the holiday Christmas level or whatever they added, where you get to use all the power-ups in small little sections. It's just like you hit water and he becomes a giant sponge, and you can do stuff, and then you got to squeeze the water out to water some plants or whatever around you for them to grow. Then you become small again, then you got to get to the next water spot to absorb the water, become giant, so you can destroy stuff. And it's it was amazing. They could almost have a
kind
whole
of like
game.
what Kirby and the Forgotten Land does. I'm just saying.
But either way,
the $80 one. Oh.
yeah. And,
absolutely worth $80. I'm just saying.
Oh man,
it doubled the frame rate, so it should be double the price.
Go buy that shit used and then buy the upgrade or whatever. Don't pay no $80. I love the game too. I fucking love Kirby Forgotten Land, but $80. Nah, you gotta drop the price of the base game.
Yeah,
come on.
Those games should not be 80. I'm sorry, especially 2-year-old game. Yeah, they don't drop the price. Nintendo's mind, the standard game's 60, the upgrade's 20, so the pack together is 80. It's just simple math to them. There's you don't get a bundle deal. I know everybody made fun of
which is bullshit.
Sony re-released The Last of Us 2 as a collection, like the PS5 versions, and it was, I think, 100 each game. Well, one game was 50, one was 70, so it would have been 120 to buy them separately. So they put out a 2-pack for anybody that I guess hadn't bought it yet, and it was $100. Like, Nintendo they don't really work in that fashion. Like, they add, I tried to explain, I forget if it was Retro Death or Sandstorm, the reason Metroid Prime 4 is going to be $80 on Switch 2s because it's either $60 on Switch and a $20 upgrade, or it's $70 on Switch and it's going to be a $10 upgrade. It's going to be
So why is it $20 upgrade?
It's going to be the combined of whatever. I mean, there's a chance it could be 60 on Switch with a $10. There is a chance of that, but it like that's the other thing about Silksong. I paid $20 for Silksong. Guess what? It works on my Switch 2 and my Switch 1, like seamlessly. It's a Switch 2 edition.
That just come out at $80. I ain't buying that shit. I'll tell you that shit right now. I ain't buying it.
Oh, he left us.
Oh no!
Now the chat's blocking your face.
I pissed them off.
See, yours is like 4:3. How do I change that?
It's in your setting. I mean, I'm sure everybody else can see me
Yeah, you're like in the 4:3 on my screen. That's how everybody sees. And I'm all scope screen. Oh, actually 16:9. It says reframe, but it's not.
Yeah, I looked at the whatchamacallit, and it's 16:9 for all of us. If I'm not mistaken. I just looked at it.
Let me see. I can't change yours. It's fine. You're more zoomed in, and I'm cropped down, so it just looks a little funky. But let's see. Now that I got to move the chat off the screen. Sonic's Crossroads. Yeah, they're just weird that Sonic Crossroads, Mario Kart 8, and Kirby Air Riders are coming out in like a few months, like 6 months span, 5 months. It's just weird timing by these.
We're more 4x. I'm 4x3 looking.
You're 4x3 now. You look like the Instagram. I can't figure out how to change mine again.
What happens to my quality?
It's just more. It's zoomed in, so it's a little more pixelated.
Why is it zoomed in?
You must have hit something. If I hover over it, says reframe, but it doesn't do anything.
Oh, I'm looking at mine. I'm looking at us in this fucking.
Look in the stream, yeah. Sandstorm, if you have a Hangouts account, I can send you a link, but you need to know. It's hard to find people on Hangouts if you don't already have them anymore. But yeah, I mean, it is like Silksong is game of the year for sure. Like, it's not even questioned for me. It's gonna be a contender, like it should be. I don't know why it wouldn't. Just because it's a $20 game, it's side scroller, like.
Yeah.
It's maybe after Astrobot, the industry's not going to let it happen for another like platformer game to win game of the year. Now you're changing your colors.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around.
It looks a little like washed out now.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
Let's see if we get anybody else back. But yeah, I'm excited to turn my Switch 2. I gotta say, it took Silksong. I was thinking about at least doing the bonus stuff with Donkey Kong, and I got on the second, the Zebra one, and you go back to the Elder, and
did that do it?
These challenges, and I'm like, the Zebra's music's the best, but actually trying to control the Zebra, it's just not as. I know Donkey Kong's not precise. He's all, he's a big ape, but I just got so frustrated with the dash mechanic trying to get through sections. I turned it off. Oh, there's the insane Game Freak.
What the hell? Okay.
Going insane. Got no brain.
This layout is wild. Okay.
You're not all washed out like you're back last few podcasts. I don't know if it was just Discord or something you had on, but you're like, I couldn't even tell your walls were anything other than like bright white light. Now they're like light gray.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, Meat's an interesting layout.
Oh, it's in 480p. What the fuck?
I think it looks good. I think everybody's cameras looks good. I don't know what.
Yeah, I was looking at the stream and it was like really crappy looking, and it's because I had 480p going, and I didn't realize it. All right, that's cool.
So you where you at in Hollow Knight, Terrell?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, you don't know. It's a long game, though.
I don't know if there's a way to actually know where you're at in Hollow Knight.
I think it's like 15, 20 hour. At least I feel like my first playthrough was.
Yeah, when you guys were talking about 70 hours, I'm like, what the fuck? 70
Well,
hours?
some people just keep playing. I've never been able to like a Metroid, non-Vania Metroid like. I can't go back and immediately like play one of that game again. Like people do it so they can speed run and get quicker times. I don't know. It doesn't. I've never been able
I think
to really.
I think it was Clock that scared me. I was like, what the fuck? How many hours?
He's got a lot in Hollow Knight.
Some people get addicted.
I started it over because I'm so far in. It's been so
Yeah, I
long
see
since
it.
I played my main file, and I beat the game, but there's a lot of extra bosses. I don't know where the hell to go.
I'm not very far.
Chronos will win some awards. I mean, I haven't seen anything that makes it look that quality. It might
Oh.
win.
Hasn't it already got like kind of middling scores?
Yeah, it
What Chronos has?
Yeah, I saw sevens.
It didn't look. Initially, it looked
It
promising.
was mostly about they said that the combat is clunky or some shit like that. Like everybody was saying the same critique.
Let's see. It's a 68 on. Oh wait, that's a different game. That's a PS4 game.
Oh,
What is the actual name? The New Dawn? Chronos, The New Dawn? Yeah. 76.
oh, okay. It went up a little bit then.
Parts of it look cool, other parts look like wow.
But 76, that's super low for the way they rate games today. So
Well, as far as like getting like any like awards, but
yeah, especially for awards, forget about it.
it looks
You gotta be,
I didn't even see anything on the Switch 2 version. I don't think it's as good of a port as Star Wars Outlaws. But anyway, Terrell, when you finish Hollow Knight, I don't know if you'll jump on Silksong right away, but for me, it's everything. It's better than Hollow Knight as far as like gameplay, controls, combat. I like it better.
Right.
It's very like like the levels are different. It's a different world. It's a different area, but
different.
you can tell, it's the same art style. Like they're not
Terrell.
shying away from it. So it's not like completely new looking in areas. In other areas, you see some
Terrell knew
familiar
what I was talking about.
elements.
I already knew you fucker. You thought you were slick. I was like, God damn it. He ain't caught me
These
lacking.
white guys don't know what I'm talking about, but Terrell
He
knows.
ain't caught me lacking immediately. I'm like, fuck. It's all right.
But
He's all right. He got me. Sorry. Go ahead.
anyway, let's get on to the first part of the Star Wars Outlaws thing. So
I heard it got a patch today, though.
did it?
Oh, did it?
It ain't new.
Yeah.
I mean, it barely had any issues, so I don't know what they patched.
They
But that
did
game
some-
is just
I'll link it.
modern
Made it
gaming
better.
jank in some ways. Like if you're riding on her little speed bike and you hit just like a buffalo looking animal, you just like crash into it like you crashed into a side of a car. Like the buffalo thing doesn't move. You instantly stop. There's just some weird little like things to that game that, I'm not saying that will diminish the game, but there's some weird stuff. I don't know what they'd be patching at this point, but
There you go.
on one hand, people were running with the story of this and Elden Ring just absolutely running like trash, right? We talked about Elden Ring. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? We watched that gameplay, and it's like this is what
2 weeks ago.
This looked great. Like the guy was dodging them, like the boss. He beat the damn boss, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, we figured it out that it wasn't bad.
Spoiler alert.
But so in that example, people who played that demo said it was unacceptable, it was unplayable, and then we see footage and it looks completely playable.
Wasn't that even wasn't
At
it
the-
like GVG too? Good vibes.
Well,
What were the good vibes?
Good
GVG?
vibes. That was the
It was
Star Wars.
hating. It
So,
was hating ass vibes.
He
Let's get
admitted
it.
that he was wrong, but he didn't specify how or
About
why
what?
he was wrong. He
What were
deleted
you
the
wrong
video.
about? Right. I'm like,
So,
what?
Did he actually have hands on, and he was just wrong because the final games wasn't? If the actual demo they played was choppy
Then
and
that's-
unstable, then they did nothing wrong, unless
Right.
except for pile on and just act like they're like the final. It was like the final game or something. No one
Did
was
they
like,
pile on? Because they were one of the first videos I saw.
No, I
but
don't say
don't know.
them. I just mean people, just the
Oh.
internet in general.
Okay.
Wildfire with the Elden Ring was running bad at Gamescom, and then Outlaws was at PAX, and people were so eager to like to like report on that. I saw it. I was, oh yeah, I called it. I was saying to myself, I called Elden Ring. I said it was going to run poor. You know, I was telling people, but then when I saw that footage, I'm like, what are they talking about? But it is confirmed that the original like footage they showed and the demos using some people's footage, it wasn't running stable. It wasn't nearly as good as the final build. So
Yeah. I mean, there was a reason they were hiding, you know.
yeah, they couldn't show Elden Ring footage in handheld. Apparently, that's
right.
worse than.
So they're not wrong for.
On one hand, if what they played wasn't super smooth, then I want them to say that. But I guess they're going to have to learn to say, well, this is not the final product. Was make sure people just say it 100 times if you have to. This is not the final product, but the demo build was a little rough. Hopefully they can, now that Star Wars Outlaws has proven that doesn't mean the end game's going to be bad. To the point where
bad about saying that? I don't understand.
Like Digital Foundry a month ago was basically saying they don't think the game's going to even be able to run on they're like, I don't know how this game's going to even run on Switch. Like they were doubting it's actually going to be a playable game. And then they do the review and he's like, the ray tracing's better than the Series S. The screen here, the image is clearer than the Series S version. Like, this is crazy. But they never once said, yeah, we were pretty skeptical. I didn't think this game was right. You know, they didn't like kind of go that route. But just
I want to say, Digital Foundry is mostly okay, right? Like, I think of the last generation, they were a little bit too playing up the console war stuff. But I think they're mostly okay. But occasionally they'll do some shit like count the frames of an off-screen footage and shit. Like, what are you doing? Why are we doing that? Come on.
Of an unfinished game, like,
yeah, of an unfinished game, right?
But like they were so skeptical, and even in their today's direct or whatever they call their podcast, they brought up, well, Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora might be possible now that we've seen Star Wars Outlaws, and then what's his name? He's got the bald head, and he has like a soft kind of like speaking voice.
I know you're talking about.
He was like going after how there's no way, and he's like mentioning this weird thing. I don't know what he was talking about. And all of a sudden, Rich came into the video and just said, "All right, that's enough from you." What I can't think. It starts with the O, maybe. What's his name?
Oh man,
so the guy kind of sounds like he's talking with his tongue.
He's like, yeah, he's like,
Oh no, I don't like any of what you just said, sir.
What?
Which sounds weird, but
hey,
you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean.
And he sounds like
that's concerning.
I used to think he sounded like, but anyway,
they
just cut that section. They literally cut it in mid speech. They cut that part, and then he wasn't there for the rest of the direct. Damn. So I think he was going on about how Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora won't run on Switch, and they're probably like, yeah, we better not say that because we said it for Star Wars like a month ago, so let's not make any more claims about what the Switch 2 can't do. That's my theory. I don't know.
The narrative that needs to die anyway. It's so fucking stupid. They said it for the original Switch. Now they're saying it again. Like, people just can't comprehend Nintendo having.
We can't do it, Retro.
You gotta understand. Get it. These are the people who wanted a Switch Pro in 2018. So
yeah,
real gamers cannot.
We're on Hangouts. No one else said we sounded low.
Yeah.
I mean, I said in the beginning, I had to up my volume quite a bit
because it makes people feel.
I checked the stream. It sounded fine to me when I listened to the stream.
Fine to my ears.
Yeah, I mean, I can get on the floor. That makes it a little bit easier, though.
Get it on the floor.
Could just be Donnie's. I don't know.
Get it on the floor. Get it on the floor. I hate you, bro. I hate you, bro.
Here's the thing, though. I don't think it's unfair to let's say Monster Hunter Wilds. That game's struggling to hit good 30 FPS performance on base PS5. I would be a little concerned about that game coming. Like, I'm not saying they couldn't pull it off and with a bunch of visual sacrifices, but that game, for whatever reason, I don't know what they did different from Worlds. That ran really good and looked pretty good on PS4. I don't know what they tried to do with the PS5, Xbox Series X version, but that game and like Dragon's Dogma 2, like those games don't run that great at 30 FPS on the base PS5 and the Series X. Like, they have issues. If a game's not hitting 30 on those systems, I'd be very curious to see what's possible, what the Switch 2 could do at that point. There must be something in their game engine, something in the game that's just too demanding. But if it's got some ray tracing and stuff now, I mean, Nvidia's 3 generations ahead of AMD. I don't know. You guys probably don't. I have to hear about it. Guy at work, he's an AMD fanboy. He talks about AMD versus Nvidia almost every day, and I don't mind the discussion here and there, but it's so annoying at this point. But so of course he's an AMD guy. They were the bang for your buck graphics card. They give you all the RAM, more RAM than you need for the price. Nvidia gives you half the RAM. Like Terrell bought, your first graphics card was what? Something 60 with 30, 2060, 3060, 40, whatever.
It was 2060.
That card had like 6 gigabytes of RAM. The AMD Radeon cards had like 12 or 16 gigs, pretty standard. 8 was the lowest. And anyway, AMD is like 3 generations behind on ray tracing. They're not good at it. Everything's made on AMD except for the Switch. So the ROG Ally, I believe the Steam Deck, the Legion Goes, PS5, Series X, Series S, all AMD. And AMD there's FSR is so really far behind DLSS unless you got 4.0, which only works with like new cards. So there's some things in the Switch's favor on that front. So that's why Star Wars Outlaws is able to do what it's doing, because it has better ray tracing and DLSS is better than FSR. That's just factual. It's not fanboy stuff. It's just the way it is. Eventually, maybe AMD will get there, but not every game is using ray tracing for lighting and stuff. So that's if a game's not using that, then that's one way the Switch 2 isn't going to be able to take advantage of that feature to get as good a performance. So, but I will say, I was like, I'm not that interested in the game, but after I saw it's a great port, they got it down to 20 gigs from 60 or something. They got optimized the game, and it's a small file size. I said, if that's on a cartridge, I'd buy it. I don't care. I'd buy it.
I might buy it. You know why?
Same. I might buy it.
I might buy it because I can go back and forth between that and my Xbox version. So
it's got the cross save with the
cross saves, baby. Hey, companies, keep doing that. That is a thing that causes people to double dip.
But you have to create an account, so RetroDeath wouldn't be able to use it. But
he's against it.
What is it? Ubisoft?
Yeah, it's Ubisoft. I thought that was your people, Retro. Come on, man.
I was gonna say he's had that since Wii U. He's had an Ubisoft account probably.
I don't remember when they started doing it. It was after Skylands and stuff. Like I don't remember which one.
The trauma is kicked in. He blacked out and forgot everything.
I hate that shit. It's so
stupid. It's Rayman Legends on Wii U. That's what it was, right?
He's like, I'm not doing this again. You're not gonna make me go through this again.
If that's the reason for the signing into your account, I'm all for that. Like, just doing it for no reason.
Right. Like, but now you give me incentive to have an account. I have to sign into. Okay, but, I'll do that.
So let's get into the new.
Hold up before we move. Oh. I just want to say the fact that this game runs as well as it does and looks as well as it does on the Switch 2, and it's from Ubisoft, Ubisoft, like that deserves extra credit for me. I'm just saying.
I'd say there's hope for Assassin's Creed. I kind of agree with Oliver's his name. I mean, there's a lot of foliage and there's a lot of density in.
Did you see the comparison between what was it? I guess it was the Steam Deck version.
Oh, the Steam Deck version? That was wild.
Whoa!
I said, how is that the same game?
It was like 3 minutes almost. Just
the load time, and I'm just talking about. You said foliage. My goodness.
The pop in and the lack of foliage. So
I was like, whoa.
The guy I was just talking about that I work with, he likes to have discussions, and then when I know I'm making solid points. He's a PC guy. He questioned about last summer. He's like, what's Nintendo gonna do with the Steam Deck and with the other two PC handhelds? What's Nintendo gonna even offer? How the Switch 2 basically doesn't have a chance. Like, he's like, the Steam Deck
no way
gives you all these games, and then people can still play Nintendo games. The old saying, they'll just emulate. He's like, why would anybody but Nintendo fans buy a Switch 2? I said, well, even if it's just as powerful or slightly less, it's going to have the advantage because Steam Deck's just a PC game running through a Linux, whatever, the thing that lets the two kind of, forget the actual term, but it lets Linux and Windows like talk to each other to actually run the game. I said in the Switch 2, whatever it is, even if it's just as powerful or slightly less, it's going to be, the game's going to be built just for that system. It's going to have the advantage. It's going to, that alone is going to give it the advantage. I had no, in my wildest dreams, I didn't think the Switch 2 was going to be as much more powerful than the Steam Deck than it is. Well,
Yeah, I didn't think so
maybe
either.
not raw horsepower, but with the DLSS and the ray tracing and stuff, it definitely is. Oh yeah, the Proton layer, yep, the compatibility layer in the Steam Deck. Even again, the ROG Ally X, which isn't like, it's not the new one, but the one that's been out a few years, barely runs Star Wars Outlaws. The Steam Deck was the SSD version too on the OLED with the SSD.
Yeah, that was the comparison.
Why did that
the
take
OLED
2.5 minutes to load, and the Switch took?
That was disgusting.
Seconds?
I'm like, bro, can we get to the title screen? Hold on a second. Just hold on. Hold on.
I was like, there's no way.
We're working on the title screen. Give us a second. The fucking Switch 2 one is just running, just waiting. Like, dog, where we at? Like about a minute later. All right, we're getting to the logos. Here's the Ubisoft and the Lucasfilm. I'm like, all right, this is rough. It's rough, bro. It's rough.
Well, anyway, that guy was telling me all this stuff. We're having this debate, and I'm making points. And he's one of those that is not going to argue, and he's just going to kind of roll his eyes. And just basically, I'm just the Nintendo fan who's not gonna hear his side or hear the argument. And I've already made my mind up. He's even said that before. I'm like, I'm just looking at this. I said the Switch 1. The games that were made for it run better than they should. Like, there's on a similar powered device, if it was just a PC handheld with that power, it wouldn't run the game. So now that news came out, that video came out, and the comparison, I brought it up, and he didn't want to discuss it. He just looked at me, didn't have any replies. I'm just like, I was like, yeah, remember that conversation we had about the Switch 2 having no chance because of the Steam Deck and the other handhelds? Yeah, well, this Star Wars game is barely playable.
But that argument is based purely on bias. Like, there's no logic in that argument at all.
Well, it's more bias against Nintendo because you listen.
Yeah,
to
I mean
Linus.
against Nintendo.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I meant.
Linus podcast every day, every week, whenever it plays. So he's got Linus's opinions in his head. Linus just
you mean up his ass?
He's trying to find fault everything Nintendo does.
Between his
and I'm
cheeks.
just like, I'm not one of these people that are gonna push, but I was pretty unsatisfied or disappointed that he wasn't even gonna be like, yeah, you're right. Like, he just kind of walked away. Didn't want to discuss it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I would call people on that shit.
Like, dude,
wait a minute.
I punched
you were
somebody.
so adamant
I like
about
punching
this.
people.
Switch 2,
So now you got to defend your shit. You just gonna walk away?
Put your
walk
motherfucking
away,
hands up.
Not interested, basically.
Put your hands up, bro. Put your hands up.
Not interested in taking that L, I guess. But
like, I love the Steam Deck. It's never gonna sell anywhere near what a hand or any kind of home console is gonna sell. It at least until Valve gets, like, quote unquote serious and puts that shit in retail stores. It's just not gonna sell that way. You have to have a Steam account. That's the only way you can even order one. So you're not gonna get beyond your Steam people. People who are already in your ecosystem.
so now
It's hard to
my
do
mics,
that.
though. What the hell, people? Like, it's an
I'm
hour in.
thinking. Hey, listen, I think I blame.
Somebody
Google.
listen to the last few minutes and tell me how low I am.
All right, let me check. I'm gonna mute myself so I can hear it.
I mean, this is new. This is a Hangouts. This is not Discord. So
Yeah.
I just figured it's coming. I mean, OBS is just picking up my mic, so I don't know why it would be low. But the level, I don't know. The levels, every once in a while, my mic levels drop. So no one else said anything, but I raised it up, so hopefully that's better.
Yeah, it's a little. It's weird because we all sound low to me.
Really?
Yeah.
He said T
but
sounded loud. I don't know.
T sounded loud for like a split second.
Because I'm a loud ass motherfucker. That's why I'm
Let me
talking.
listen to this.
Because normally my volume
I
is at
talk
around
black.
like
That way
20.
we
Now
talk loud.
I had to set my volume up to like 60.
60.
You got to get yourself one of these
I know I'm
$20 fine microphones. That's your problem, see?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
definitely
my
quiet. I'm
Lord.
definitely quiet. Let me try to. I raised it up in OBS.
Can I
Hopefully,
change
there's
mine?
OBS right there. I got it pretty much maxed in OBS, so hopefully I'm not too loud now. Let me know. I gotta find there.
Yeah,
we go.
this is-
But anyway, the Switch 2 is really surprising me. It's surprising a lot of people, and obviously Digital Foundry was pretty adamant about the Switch 2 being a PS4. I said, I think that's pretty fair, like the end result, but it's obvious that it can do things the PS4 couldn't do. Like it's got fast internal storage. PS4 doesn't, even with the SSD, doesn't make any difference. It's got DLSS, it's got ray tracing cores, it's got more modern architecture. It couldn't be able to do things the PS4 couldn't do. That doesn't mean that the final visuals aren't going to be kind of in the realm, maybe in between Series S and PS4. I think that's pretty fair. Like I watched your call ends in 15 minutes. We're gonna have to extend the call. Hopefully, I don't have to.
What?
What the hell?
Hopefully I don't have
Why
to
is
pay
there
out.
why is there a restriction?
This is why
Yeah.
we're on
We'll have
Discord.
a limit of 1 hour.
Yep, gonna have
That's
to. We're gonna
crazy.
have to just end it. I'll just end it and then start the meeting again and see if that
Oh,
works.
this is dumb. I hate it. I hate it here. Just shoot me.
Google.
shoot me,
They don't have
dog.
enough money, so
Are you kidding?
we'll try
They-
ending it
They're
and then
broke,
and I'll
Google's
start it
broke,
over
you
and
know.
see if it starts.
Oh
the
my
timer over.
god. That's the ultimate timer
So
for the podcast now. It's like, guys, it looks like our time is up.
maybe
Doo-doo.
Discord's working again.
Why does Google Meet have a time limit? Who the fuck was like, bro, listen, I need to have this hour call. And if it's not an hour, you gotta get the fuck out of here.
God damn.
So
Yeah,
let's
and
get
this
back
is
to it.
That timer going down. I hate it.
So how do you guys feel about the claim that the game card read speed just wasn't fast enough for Outlaws to hit the target they were going? Now I have some actual numbers.
Yeah.
And I've seen the Mario Kart loading times, which I initially saw. I didn't realize it was so significant. So Mario Kart World on internal storage takes 10 seconds. Micro SD Express takes 11 seconds, and the cartridge took 15 or 16 seconds. So it's like 50%. So the actual max speed of the internal is 2 gigabytes per second. The SD Express is like 900 megabytes per second, and the cartridges are 400 megabytes per second read speed. So it's less than half the micro SD, and it's like a fifth of the internal. So is that actually a thing? I don't know. I kind of put some credence because there is evidence to back up the actual read speeds.
Yeah.
So
Well, I think when it comes to this game specifically, yeah, I think I don't about the speeds and whatnot. Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, you have similar. I've seen similar things done with something like even Steam Deck, where the difference between running it off that micro SD or running it off the internal hard drive, internal SSD. Yeah, there's going to be differences for that. And obviously, I think a game like Outlaws with the ray tracing and built into the goddamn game, I think that kind of stuff is going to make the game harder or more taxing if you're running it off.
and there isn't a lot of
Yeah.
like close pop-in either. So
Yeah.
And then if you watch,
Yeah.
I think was it Digital Foundries? He got long into a save file, like a couple hours, and things started to pop up. It was like a glitch. Maybe that's what that patch was.
He said it was like one specific area that was like that.
And it was after he had played a while and had multiple saves on that save file. When he started back to the refresh back to the old save, probably thanks to Ubisoft, they keep like a multiple saves. It was fine. So it might have been like a memory leak. Remember Xenoblade Chronicles 2, I think, had that? Longer into the game, started chugging.
Yep. I remember that.
Skyrim on the 360. Was it Skyrim or Morrowind?
It
Had a
was
huge memory leak. The bigger your save file
Oh, it's
got,
not Morrowind because that's not 360.
the bigger
Might
the
be
save
Skyrim.
file got, the worse the game ran. So I
Yeah.
think it's legit for this game. It's like the sound engineer though. It wasn't like he's the sound engineer for the game engine itself, and maybe he wasn't supposed to say anything, because if that's true, if Nintendo's putting out these cartridges with that big of a gap in read speed and they're charging
I'm
$20,
sure they don't want people to know. Yeah.
that's some bullshit. Like that's
Yeah.
that's an L for Nintendo there.
But I will say, knowing that, I still don't think we should have this problem when it comes to specifically key cards, because bitch, again, I've said it 100 times.
Install the game off the cartridge.
Yeah, just like everybody else does. I don't think people would complain about that. Yes, Nintendo fans, obviously, we'd like to be able to play off the cart, but I think we understand that these games, there's a lot of, into the streaming of these, high quality games. We get it. So if you give us the option to do what everybody else is doing, what PS5's doing, with all the way back to what? Who started that shit? The PS4,
Started on the
Xbox,
late 360 generation.
late 360, right? Late 360. We've been
GTA
doing it
5.
since then, so we understand. But I should be able to install that bitch off my cart. So put the bitch on a cart, and you don't even have to use these new Switch 2 carts. You could use the old ones.
I wonder if the Switch 1 carts are even any faster.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It might be the same type of storage.
Then I'd be like, all right, I'll go out and buy extra memory. I feel a little bit better about that shit. But when you're locking me to using a key card as my only option, obviously besides downloading the whole game.
Oh yeah, the
as a
Switch
physical-
1 is 90 megabytes per second. Switch 2 is 400 megabytes per second.
Damn.
Yeah, but if I'm downloading that off the cart, I mean, yeah, it takes longer. But I would feel better because I feel like, at least it's on my cart. I don't have to worry about some server. I don't have to worry about my internet connection at the time. I think most physical, nut bags like me, we'd be fine with that. I'd be like, all right, sure. And not only that, now I get to run it off a faster medium than I would off of my, cart.
That's actually got me considering, do I even want a physical copies? No one's done any comparisons because Donkey Kong's loading isn't that bad, but
What's the difference
there's
between
some
the
loading.
card?
There's some loading
the
between.
These are about 5 seconds was the difference.
I
right?
wonder if the internal storage, if there's any loading when you're changing areas.
I don't
like-
really know. I mean, to be fair, I don't really notice the loading screen as much. So
Like just when you're going down the well, there's some times where you can tell it kind of loads and like fast travel. So I'm just curious, like that. I wonder if Cyberpunk if there's any benefit other than loading times to having it on your internal versus a cartridge. Like, I'm imagining the loading times for sure.
The one thing I want to say about Ubisoft real quick is that I don't exactly trust them what they say about the key card, because we've seen leaked statements from their CEOs and all kinds of shit talking about gamers need to look forward to not owning their games anymore. So I don't trust them when they say.
But I'm super excited about not owning my game, T.
Get super excited about.
I'm
not
so
owning your
excited.
game. Right. So I don't completely.
Fuck, here's my
trust
digital
them.
copy right here.
That's the only reason, though.
Woo.
Well, Super Metal Dave has a Cyberpunk loading.
Oh, the
I can't.
grip
I don't know.
got
Should
it.
I try sharing my screen? I don't want it to crash. Let me try
Oh
it.
yeah. I don't know. How much time he got left?
Yeah,
Not that
well,
much.
you gotta put some coins in the meter.
For real.
There we go. That's
Yeah,
cool.
Wasn't that bad? That was pretty.
It looks pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
Streaming that bit pretty good. Fuck you, Discord. Well, never mind, because you ain't got no time limit at least.
20 seconds on internal.
Damn. Discord is eternal.
So it's not
not
night and
cra-
day.
it's not
7 seconds.
crazy.
I mean, that's almost 30%, but it's probably like 25%.
Really?
Let's see. So it just
No,
depends.
I
like,
think that's about 30%.
is there I wonder if there's any issues like a pop-in or something being reduced internal, like in the actual game world. Like, I'd be curious.
Yeah, same errors. I've noticed the difference playing Tears of the Kingdom, which I still need to beat. My son was making fun of me
Damn.
about not finishing that shit.
Getting
yet.
roasted by the
Getting roasted by my child. You know what I'm
The
saying?
chilling.
I taught you how to play the game, boy. Now
Get
you
your,
gonna make fun of me?
get your waiter. Dad, I thought you were a Zelda fan. You ain't no Zelda
So
fan?
I would consider buying the game keycard version of Outlaws just based on everything I think
I might
they've
get
done
it,
right.
low-key.
But
I
I just
low-key
know
might get
that
it.
I'm not gonna like love the game. But
What game? Star Wars.
Outlaws.
Outlaw.
You
I
never
was
know
gonna
though.
say-
Ubisoft's been impressing me the last few years. I've been
I was
liking
gonna say I'm not worried about it. Like I know people, oh, this they say it's boring, blah blah blah. It's it's like Starfield. It has that kind of boring that I like, that kind of tedium. I don't know. I think it will work for me, but it
That's
probably
what
won't
I
work.
like.
And I'm a super fanatic Star Wars fan, so I think that's kind of a prerequisite to like this game. I think you got to at least like Star Wars to even care about this game.
Really?
this
I
point.
don't like
So
Star
when I
Wars.
looked when I watched
Well, yeah.
the feed,
like good
the
video
footage
games.
on my TV, I was like, all right, it on my phone it looked amazing. It still looks good. It's just its flaws are a little more obvious, but it's not like Hogwarts Legacy on Switch 1. It doesn't look that bad. Like it looks pretty good. I was surprised like the foliage, everything's still moving. Let's just share this in case people. I mean, it looks close to like Uncharted 4 on the PS4. I would say like maybe better in some areas, maybe not
Shoot
in
it.
others.
Oh, okay.
It's got
It's
depth
taking
of
forever.
field. I mean, look, it's smooth as hell. I couldn't believe how almost locked 30 no matter where you go, like that.
It might be lock 30 now.
Yeah. This is a game I would like, and I think your little creature, you can use them to like go
Yeah.
grab people and shit. I like
This
that.
looks very reminiscent.
I was
of
like, yeah, I
an
like
area in
that kind of shit.
Avatar actually. But Avatar has like floating stuff in the sky, and it has the jungle area that I don't know. It's probably possible. I think it would be. They'd have to make more
It's probably
sacrifices.
possible, like that guy was saying, the sound guy or whatever he was saying that the game wasn't built ground up on Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was, they could have optimized it better. But if this is what you did, not optimizing it better, I'm like, what could you have done? Putting them as completely on Switch 2 from the beginning.
This is a
My
game.
goodness.
Yeah, they could scale it down to PS4, but I'd be curious.
And
to
then
see.
flip to the other side of that shit. We got to talk about. I don't know how much time we got before we get cut off, but we got to talk about these motherfucking Damon X Machina 2 developers and shit.
I didn't hear
What they
anything.
did.
Go ahead.
They basically pulled some what the fuck was that game? You had what's the
What?
black and white Wii game?
Mad World.
Sega game.
Killer
Mad
Mad
World?
World.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mad
so
World.
they did some Mad World, and then what was the sequel? Something Anarchy Reigns or some shit, I think it was called.
Yeah.
There's a sequel that never came to the fucking Nintendo console, where the shit sold. The first game sold. So they're doing something not quite that, because it is on Switch 2,
isn't it? Yeah.
but it was developed for the other fucking consoles, and that's why it's not optimized right on
Mm.
Switch 2. And I'm like, bitch,
Yeah,
we
it
fed
looks pretty
you.
ambitious.
We're the
like-
ones who fed you, and you're worrying about guys who didn't even play the first game. Like, it's still, the first game is only on Steam. It's not on any other console. So
It
I'm
did
like,
look like it was. It didn't look like a Switch 2. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, "Dang, that's got to be multi-plat." Like my first thought when they showed it.
yeah, it's a
like,
multi-plat game now, but it's like, how can you not optimize the Switch 2 version and give everybody else, a version from that version? Because we should be the core fan base here. What are we doing?
So it's
like, nobody else
gonna.
is
I
gonna
think we
care
only got
about
a
your
few
game.
minutes. I just want to remind people we're gonna try to start the call. I'll stay on. I'll have to just switch OBS to like my main camera, and I'll try to start the meeting again. See if it lets us do two. Maybe one of you have to start it, and
Oh
see
my
if-
god.
you know what I mean.
Just shoot me.
You think Google?
Just
is thinking
shoot
of
me,
this
man. Just
shit?
shoot
Google
me.
thought of this shit already.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
why would have an hour-long timer? What you have to pay if it just lets you start another hour right after?
Right. Yeah, they
So-
thought it
So
was-
wait, is there like a
Nope.
paid version?
Discord working?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was a
we-
trial, but it was gonna be. It had to be on my main screen. I wasn't gonna do all that with. But we should probably just stop it. Let me switch to OBS so
This
I'm
is
on.
some stupid
camera.
Hang
shit.
on, everybody. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Without these messages. Fuck.
It's like going on a TV show here.
But now OBS can't use my camera because
Oopsie scoop, baby.
Google's using it. So all right, let's end the
Fuck
call.
that.
One of you start a meeting. I think it's.
I have no idea how to start a meeting.
You just got to go to me and start a call, and then we can
Okay.
add people from there. All
All
right.
right, ready? Are we jumping?
I'm
Okay,
leaving.
hang on, everyone.
All right. How do I get this? Can you guys hear me? Full screen cam. Dang it, it's not working. Hopefully you guys can hear me. We're using Hangouts because Discord doesn't work. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna try. Actually, I'm gonna try Discord. See if it's working. Yep, Discord's working. So I'm gonna let the guys know. Discord seems to be working. I'm gonna message the guys, even though the camera looks like trash. Can you hear me? I'm probably pretty loud. Let me message the guys, let them know Discord's working. So yeah, you can hear me. Cool. Let me go. Bring the chat over. Yeah, definitely the downgrade in the camera quality. Let's see if they join.
Oh, I see. We've made transition.
Look at the quality; it's so much worse. We'll have to figure out the Hangouts thing. I'll see what it costs because I kind of like that.
Isn't that Google One? Like you have a Google.
It's called It's called Meetings.
It looks like you have to have a once a year.
But I don't know what you.
Oh, it's
have
just called
to
Meeting
have.
now.
That's pretty good. That was pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have freaking enjoy longer group calls and more than 1 month trial.
So let us know the audio.
Okay.
Terrell, say,
Yep.
get to the mic. Face the mic and
Get
say.
to the mic. Get to the mic.
All right.
Rock the mic.
How's
yo.
the
Get to the
audio?
chopper. Get to the chopper.
You know that's one of my favorite movies of all time. Did you know that?
Yeah, I had a feeling.
I think it's a perfect
It's
film.
alright.
I figured you were cultured.
Just kidding. I think people be sleeping on Predator too. By the way,
It's
pretty good.
fine.
I'm not a predator. Fuck you.
I just watched it.
I haven't watched it in a long time though. I gotta. Maybe I'll add that to the
My kids love
collection. I've been buying up movies left
They're
and
like,
right.
damn, this shit is violent. It is a violent ass movie. That bit starts balls to the wall violent. Whereas that shootout in L.A. and shit, that's just crazy.
So I was ripping the.
Did we lose retro and translate? Oh, there we
He's
go.
coming. He's coming.
Retro.
You ever watch the that Spartacus TV series on Stars?
I did. I need to go back and finish that shit.
So that was like softcore porn, basically. That whole series.
Yeah. Right.
I'm ripping that and just kind of jumping through the episodes, trying to make sure I had the right episodes.
What's going on?
I want to put this in context. Retro, you heard you scream, but the audio was like glitched out, so it sounded like the data stream had grabbed your soul.
I think actually Retro's camera looks the best it's looked in a long time on Discord.
All I said was somebody talking about load speeds?
He sounded like Neo when that shit poured into his throat. Hey, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh my god. Jesus.
That silver shit went
All
down
right,
his
so
throat.
we're
Oh,
here.
pause.
Google kick.
Welcome back to the Discord stream.
So
So you might want to get to the main topic, considering we have like
We already
technically like
talked about
30
it.
some minutes. What was the main topic?
Oh, okay. Well, we've kind of been talking about it. Like, we didn't talk about it directly, but it seems like people want to jump on any Nintendo thing. Because last week we talked about how the Switch 2 was boring. The UI is the same. They don't have themes. But we're not sitting there calling doom and gloom or saying Nintendo's like this anti-consumer company. Like, I think people take some of this stuff too far. There's genuine like criticisms, though. I'm not saying there isn't, but
Yes. What is up? It's like is like way overboard with some of these criticisms. Like there's plenty of shit to criticize. We do it. It's not like we don't criticize. We're not fucking sitting up here being shills. We criticize well, but it's like extra with the
It
Nintendo
is.
criticism, bro. It's
Linus
crazy.
made a video. I didn't watch it. He was complaining Nintendo's greed could change the tech industry is the name of the video. And he's got a picture of him pointing to the USB-C port on the Switch.
Okay, so there's two tiers of the complaining. The first tier is what happened to the Disney kids when they realized that Disney is an evil corporation that takes advantage of their consumers. And they're like, Disney, how could you do such a thing? And people are thinking that about Nintendo, like, Nintendo, I thought you cared about the consumers. How could you do this to us, you rat bastards? And it's like this, it's like the disillusionment goes away. I think I saw one girl has like on top of that, Nintendo is like the only gaming company right now that has giving you any clicks for views. So it's just kind of like, if I'm gonna make a video to get some money, that's what I'm gonna do, which is fine. Go get your money. But the anger seems kind of weird. Like either you weren't a Nintendo fan and you just became one with the Switch era and now you're confused, or you didn't care to begin with, but you saw everyone else get mad and you were like, oh, you know what? That's kind of mean. That's kind of unprofessional. Nintendo. And you're like, what?
I will say, because I agree with this. I've already been saying this already. But when it comes to like, because I disagree with Scott DeWaz, because he made a video recently talking about, because people were complaining about the soullessness of current Nintendo versus, and he was showing, well, they did this back then and then did all these other things back then. But I will say I do feel that because Nintendo feels more corporate than they have since maybe the early 90s. Like they feel super corporate right now because they have two corporate type dudes at the top at this point for Furukawa.
Yeah.
And on the American side, we have Doug Bowser, Snorefest, Doug Bowser.
It's just like, how you make Bowser sound boring?
I didn't make Bowser sound boring. He did that shit. I was like, this is gonna be kind of cool, right? We have a CEO named Bowser. I barely seen this dude. Like what? Like and I don't think I want to see him. Yeah, I don't think I want to see him when we do see him because it's just lame as hell. So I get it. And we talked about pricing and shit. Like, I think this is more egregious than they've been since, again, the early 90s when they had, lockdown on a lot of these third parties and shit. So I agree with that. But I think some of these criticisms just is like your boy. He has no idea. He's just following what Linus Tech Tips is telling him. And he just wants to agree with it because people just have an animosity towards Nintendo that's just weird
PC
to me.
guys, especially because the Nintendo games don't go to PC, and they just have
I think I've
hatred for that, or like.
And they're very litigious when people, do put games on PC.
I think some people are also more mad these days because now Xbox is third party, Sony's board on going third party. So people are mad that they're seeing that Nintendo is winning, and they were like, "Why are they winning with the tinky?"
That is true.
That goes into something I was gonna say before. Nintendo was gonna be the villain no matter what was gonna happen, purely just because they're either A. And here's the thing: Nintendo hasn't avoided the problems of the industry. They just the way their philosophy's been, they've delayed it. So like all that money creep and the graphical creep and all the finances that are going into the hole and then betting on live service, these are all things that Nintendo has dabbled in, but they didn't sit there and go, I'm gonna push $1,000 graphics and take a $400 loss on a console and struggle. And so Nintendo, and we all knew this, Nintendo was going to be the last bastion for exclusive games on a console. And when you're the last person to do something, what do people do? The fuck is wrong with you? Why aren't you getting in with the rest of the crowd? I can play Crash, and I can play Spider-Man, and I can play Halo on anything I want, but I still got to pick up a Switch to play Mario? What's wrong with you? So, of course, what's going to happen is that now we're going to go through Nintendo's just not getting with the times and they're not falling in line with I'm like, bruh, the reason why you bought an Xbox over a PlayStation is because you wanted to play Halo. Now, all of a sudden, it's crazy to buy a Nintendo system to play Mario. that was gonna happen no matter what. Now, obviously, Nintendo has made it a little bit easier for people to get mad at them with all this crazy shit that's been going on with the Switch 2, whether it's pricing or people's complaints with maybe the online or whatever. And then you got people, it's the same shit that happened during like the Wii to Wii U era, where everyone had a bunch of fucking complaints about the Wii, but the Wii made money, so you couldn't really say shit. And then all of a sudden, when the Wii U came out, everybody said, hey, I'm gonna smack that console, and then I'm gonna smack that console with the Wii's complaints all at once, and it was fucking ridiculous.
That bitch.
So now
like, everybody's always making all these like, you know, reasons to hate on Nintendo. Oh, they do this, and there's never like real, like a consistency to the hate. Or hating for this, hating for that. But then something drops like the game prices, something that you can actually hate, and then go, see, I've told you why Nintendo sucks because this is one little thing.
I've been right all along.
Yeah.
T will know this reference. The New England Patriots were for like 15 years just keep winning Super Bowls and being the top team, and people just start to hate them because they get kind of bored. You get sick of seeing the same team winning every time, all the time, you know. And it's like it's not fun anymore. And you're like, I want to see somebody different, you know. But the fans, they love it. Like you never get sick of winning.
The fans of the winning team love that shit.
The Detroit Red Wings in the 90s for me, it was like they always won.
Chicago Bulls,
I wasn't mad at them.
LA Lakers.
But everyone else, they want to bring down the champ, and a lot of underdog stories are easy to get behind. Like,
and by the way, everybody loves the dynasty because we've had 6 different champions in the NBA in the last 6 years, and nobody's watching that shit. Nobody's watching it. So everybody, even the haters, love the dynasty. Mm-hmm. So let's be real.
Well, so I think it's part of it's that they're like on top, and their games are selling, and
because remember, they're also the company that isn't laying off half their staff and shit. You don't see studios closing. You over here worrying about, oh, look, Microsoft just bought a bunch of companies. Oh, but they also just closed a bunch of studios and fired a bunch of people. Like
they fired enough people to create a new industry, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. But see, that's the problem.
Damn.
When you got, and then Sony's over here talking about, well, we might be going to live service. I'm already hearing PlayStation 6 rumors, and people are like, damn, bro, you haven't even released enough games on the PS5.
With those rumors.
But still, the point
that's it. We still don't even want to hear. I don't even want to hear about that.
You don't want to hear about it yet. But the problem
ain't start this generation until 3 years in, motherfucker.
With all this intrinsic negativity surrounding the other two companies, not that Nintendo doesn't have its own negativity, but Nintendo's negativity has nothing to do with their games failing or not being able to make any more games for that particular studio. Like EAD is fine, Intelligent Systems is fine, Monolith Soft is fine. You getting more of this shit no matter what. So it's like this cross anger. Like I'm mad at you, but damn it, you still make good shit. So what am I supposed to do? And then that's when you start getting those systematic teardowns of games that people loved. All of a sudden now they're trash because,
Yeah, like all of a sudden Donkey Kong sucks. Mario Kart isn't holding me anymore.
Yeah, like we're playing that game. We're playing the minutia.
I don't agree with that shit. He's talking about us and shit.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. We're playing that stupid fucking game like back in the day. Tears. Like I'm hearing, dude, the Tears of the Kingdom hate I've noticed is upticked tremendously. I think I found over the weekend an hour and a half video dissecting why Tears of the Kingdom is a bad game. I'm like, damn.
And the problem is, I get lumped in with the people that hate it, that's just hating on this shit, because I just don't like it as much. So that means I'm a hater too. It's lump him in there.
You're a part of the problem, T.
Oh, you still haven't finished it yet? You Nintendo hating ass bitch.
Sounds like you don't want to have fun. But that's where we're at. They're ironically enough the golden child of the gaming industry for numerous reasons, and as a result, the worst thing about them is that they're just overpriced, quote unquote. That's like the biggest thing people hate. They're overpriced and they have game key cards, even though realistically, out of all the PC handheld consoles we have, they're the only ones that still give us physical fucking media. But we don't want to play that game because we play that game.
Some irony.
Then it don't sound as good.
People
sorry,
used
Steve.
to always say, "Oh, I'd rather pay a little bit more for Nintendo if the games would look better," and now that's where we're at. And they're like,
That's literally
"I'm
what,
actually want to pay
dude.
more."
That shit drove me up a wall. We played this whole fucking game about Nintendo needs to catch up. We need to modernize Nintendo. Nintendo, I don't know why you got me playing on PlayStation 2 graphics. All of a sudden, oh look, HDR. Man, I ain't paying no.
not good
I ain't
enough.
paying no
Paying
$70. I'm not gonna pay no $70 for that bullshit. What you mean?
You were never
Speaking
gonna buy this shit to begin with. Just be honest, motherfucker.
Well, that's the problem. It's a lose-lose situation.
Right.
They were going to be the villains no matter what happened because they were going to be the
Yeah.
last bastion of the gaming that people grew up with. And as a result, it's like, hey, look, we know Disney ain't shit. We about to tear down them. We about to tear down what Nintendo is considered, which is like the Disney
But
of gaming.
Disney hasn't like ruined in a lot of people's eyes like a beloved IP or anything. That's what makes it different for me.
Star Wars?
Well, no, you're right. It is different, but they don't care. Like we're past, unfortunately.
If Nintendo,
I would
like,
say
shit
I would say
on-
they ruined Star Wars at this point.
Did I say
Ooh.
Nintendo or Disney? I meant Nintendo. Nintendo
Yeah, you
hasn't.
said Disney.
Nintendo hasn't like
I thought you were
ruined
trying to make a
Mario or
comparison.
anything. They haven't like
No.
turned on their fan base or anything. I don't
That's the
understand.
struggle. They want to be mad, but they can't be as mad as they want to be because it's not like Microsoft where you got a fucked up game, you fucked up a studio, and you fired them. It's not like the three.
Yeah.
When Nintendo, it's usually the game is good. I like the console. I can't afford it. I don't want to spend the money for it. And it's like, well, fuck. That's not
Yeah.
enough for me to get angry
And it
about.
stinks because they should be winning. Like they should have everybody on their side, but because they have all this other shit, like Microsoft, this is one of their best fucking years in a long time. But nobody can enjoy that shit because it's like, well, what are they gonna do? Who are they gonna fire next? You know, like you can't really enjoy all the great fucking games that came out on Microsoft, you know, from Microsoft this year because of that shit. So, and I feel like that's what partially Nintendo's problem is because they have all these little micro problems that are, I think, affecting the overall enjoyment we should be having with the Switch 2 at this point. Well, I mean, some of us obviously don't have any problems with it, but I mean, there are real issues here and there from the Switch 2.
Sandstorm, what's
but yeah.
up, man?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, you gonna get that mic.
There
closer.
he is.
Either that or it's
It's
a
got to
different-
be
or-
inches from your mouth.
I'm like,
Yeah, that don't sound like.
Yeah, I don't think that's
That
the
don't
right
sound
mic.
like the mic.
I-
That don't
That was,
sound
I don't
like-
think it's the right mic, but Jesus
Am I loud?
Christ.
Am I louder
That's
or
not
lower?
right. That's not
You're
right.
louder.
Okay.
Is that the right mic? I guess it's the right
That's
mic.
diabolical right there.
Yeah, it's the same mic, but I'm not about to put a mic up to my mouth like that. That's not happening.
Look, hey man, I do it all the time. It is not the
Do you
problem, bro.
understand the
Fuck you.
words that are coming out of my mouth?
I'll take the L, especially the way you were
Go.
holding the mic, the invisible mic. I'll take the L.
It's like that scene in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. For those of you who know that movie, that
I
shit
haven't
was
really
hilarious.
watched it forever.
Oh, get closer to the mic. No, further away. Now closer.
All right, so
That
let's,
is so
let's-
good.
let's have
So
you hit
good.
on a few of the covered topics. Do you think people, if a review or a preview demo build of a game has issues, do you think it's fair for people to point those out? And where do you think people went wrong with like Elden Ring and Star Wars? Well, we don't know what the Elden Ring's final product is, but the videos I saw looked fine.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Do I think that
You know, last
Oh, you just cut out. It got really clear, then it
Yeah.
cut out.
Oh.
You don't-
The minute you say, "Can I hear
pressing
me?"
on the
Yeah,
tape, he's
and
pressing
then
on the
boom.
wire.
Oh.
No,
Oh no,
I think your USB cable might be bad.
man.
hold on.
Oh,
Hold
you're good
on.
I
now.
heard that. I
Don't
heard
move.
that.
Don't move now. You're good.
Just don't move it.
okay.
Go ahead.
Don't touch any fucking thing.
There you
Dang.
go.
No,
Am I-
Lose him again?
it's
No.
Yeah, you're good.
I can't even hear you guys. Hold on.
He's fucking with you.
Oh, okay. I see what happened. It switched like both my mic to the output and input,
Oh,
so I
okay.
couldn't hear you guys.
Say that one more time. I dare you.
you sound good. You sound good.
So last week, Nintendo Prime went to PAX West, and so they long story short, they pretty much asked what was the like when was this build made, you know, for the demo? What month was this build made? How many months ago or whatever? And so I think, to me personally, I think that's probably one of the biggest like contributing factors. I feel like if you are gonna go demo something, I always feel like that's probably the first question to ask. Like, and if you don't get an answer, then you know, whatever your opinion of the game is gonna be, what it's gonna be. But looking at demos just in general and being like, this game, and it's weird too, right? Because we get demos for our, you know, for our systems, we get test fires and all that stuff, and we see the game and we're like, but I think the difference is between us playing it, you know, on our consoles, and then, you know, other journalists and stuff like that going there. They speak as if they're playing the actual game. You know what I mean? Like, this is the actual final build.
Right.
Yeah. And so that puts a lot of other people who should know better in the system and the thought of, oh, this game automatically doesn't run well. It's a trash game, you know, what have you. Same as Star Wars Outlaws and Elden Ring. We'll see how Elden Ring turns out. But it's weird too, because the same thing happened with Elden Ring. Somebody was like, oh, it's really choppy, and then somebody else played it and got footage of it and was like, it's not really that choppy. So I think that's one of the biggest contributing factors. I won't say that like nobody has a right to talk about the frames or anything like that. I think that's good. I think that's good to let people know where they're at. But I think what's more important is to tell people like when this build is, or ask that question.
Maybe
It's on the developer. That's the onus is on them. They should tell people right away,
So
hey, this build is from 5 months ago. Because if you look, we just got a fucking update for Outlaws recently. What, today?
Yeah.
Another performance that's another performance update. And that means, you know, they're updating this thing, you know, daily. Or at least they're working on it daily, and they can update it that quick. And so, yeah, it's important to know that stuff, like you're saying.
So I'm 50-50 on that. I do agree. I do feel like, yeah, there are some times where they should say, hey, this is an early build, especially if they know themselves that's a little bit choppier. The only part is that I also know well enough to know that there's a bunch of people who don't care about that. Like, there's like going into these events, there's so many people. Yeah, there's hardcore people who are like, what are the frames? What's the output, the resolution, all that stuff? What can I see? But I also know that there's a bunch of like, you know, USA Today, you know, those type of people who are just like, the game.
Even then, at least you can combat that by saying, well, these guys told us that this is whatever, right? You can at least combat that kind of stuff by saying that. And then you won't have, I don't think you will have as much of an issue. If the guys are like, hey, you know, when the game comes out, it's going to run pretty flawless. Like we're already there on the build we're working on right now. So when the game launches, it's going to be much better than this build here. And I think if they just did that, it would kill a lot of this noise.
Yeah, because I think to side with you on that, at the same time, I do feel like people like USA Today and the rest of them, they kind of have certain tech heads heads in their like side slot. And like if that's, you know, GVC or, you know, whoever, Digital Fine, any of those people, and they're like, oh, what are they saying? You know, like, oh,
what did GVC...
I don't want to do all the homework. I just want to go ahead and kind of copy and paste what they're saying they're actually experiencing. So then I could put that into my journalism.
Does anybody know what GVC actually, he took the video down? Did he have hands on? And he said he was just wrong. Like, well, you weren't wrong. If the build wasn't great, then
he
you
was
weren't
talking,
wrong.
I saw the video. Yeah,
I watched the follow-up. I didn't see the original video. And he's like, I was wrong. And I need to do better. But like, how were you wrong? Did you lie? Did you embellish?
Yes.
Like, what? I don't understand. I don't know what he said where he felt he had to delete it and say he was wrong. Like, was he using somebody else's footage? I don't know. Do we know?
No.
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
I think it was just because there were a lot of people just like calling him out for like actually playing the game, playing the same demo build that he played, and we're like, I'm not seeing what he's seeing.
So people
And
who
so
played that said they didn't have problems. He said he did. Did he have any footage, or was he not allowed to show it?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
T, did you see the video? Did he have footage?
Footage. He was
Hmm?
just talking about it. It was basically him
Yeah.
talking over like gameplay that was already out there. He was talking over that.
So
Yeah,
is it a
like, I
chance
know-
he was potentially, I don't know, just trying to get clicks by being one of the people calling out its performance.
It's possible. I mean, I can't.
I think so. I think
it's
it
very
was like a-
possible.
Otherwise, he wouldn't delete.
'Cause-
If he played a demo and it wasn't great, there's no way that he would delete it and make a video.
Yeah,
saying
like it was
wrong.
so strange to me because I'm like, well, I just listened to your video not that long ago where you were kind of dunking on it. How has that any of that stuff changed? You still played that game, right? Or you just make that shit up? That's what I'm confused about. Like,
Right.
I think he
with
just
his
got
rebuttal.
bullied by the masses. That's what it sounds like.
that's what it sounded like to me too. He got bullied, and he's just like, I want to deal with this.
And I
I'm
saw
sorry."
RGT. I don't really watch too many of his videos. I thought he had a video on the subject. I don't know if he was made a video beforehand talking about it, but I mean it.
No, he made a video on other people's impressions. He didn't play the shit.
And it's
He
like,
was talking about what other people were saying.
I told you
Third
guys
person
earlier,
commentary,
like,
baby. Woo.
when I heard initial reports that Elden Ring was barely playable,
He don't go outside.
I was like,
I'm
I
trying to get
expected
paid.
Elden Ring to be bad. Like I immediately believed it, and then when I saw that footage live on air, we did a live reaction to that guy's
Yeah.
gameplay. And I couldn't.
Yeah, we did a
believe it.
live reaction. Like, wait, what's wrong with this? There's nothing wrong here. Again, you just got to be careful when it comes to Switch 2 specifically. There's a lot of bullshit out there, bro.
Motherfuckers
A
keep
lot
lying
of
to us, bro. I'm
bullshit.
getting tired of it, man.
Here's
Just
something,
straight up
uh,
lying.
From PAX I hadn't
Yeah.
heard that didn't spread like wildfire. There are
Mostly PC gamers.
Pokemon Legends EA
Those
is
dudes are mad.
shockingly good, hands-on at PAX. Have you heard?
Because
I've
of
Nintendo
not
fans
heard
are not supposed to be. We're not
I've
supposed
not
to
heard
tout
that.
our graphical abilities over the Steam
Yeah.
Deck. We're not allowed to
Oh,
do that.
No,
Nintendo fans cannot. We have no right to do that.
especially at the price.
Well,
I
point.
saw-
all those you guys only been playing with HD since 2013. You don't get to talk to me about no
The fact
Right,
fucking.
we
that
don't get
it's
to
like-
talk about these things.
that Outlaws just greatly outperforms even like the ROG Ally X, which is like an $800 handheld PC. Maybe
And
And
close.
knowing this, these guys are saying the Switch 2 is overpriced. I'm like, what the what?
Like Linus, he
Steam
doesn't
Deck's
have-
$400.
I don't understand. I don't understand what.
This is
why-
way
how
better
is it overpriced
performance-wise.
when it's
Well,
it's like
here's
the
the rebuttal.
cheapest handheld. It's like the cheapest
Here's the rebuttal.
handheld right now.
You can't play all the PC.
The
games.
rebuttal is it's a PC. You know, of course it should be more. The Steam Deck is a way
So why
better
is it not
value.
running games properly? The
bitch.
fuck?
Most people who play on the Steam Deck don't give a shit about the PC part of it because only 10 or less than 10% of people even use Linux. It's confusing to a lot of people. So it's not like there's, other than like more games, there's no real advantage. There's no graphical advantage. And nobody cares about what you can do outside of video gaming. You don't buy a Steam Deck to fucking do PC things. If you did, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. You have a problem. Like that's not what it's for. You're supposed to play video game. It literally starts up as a video game console. It's for you to play video games. So yes, you can compare it directly to the Switch 2, and the Switch 2 hands it its ass. I mean, at this point, that's what, as a person who's owned multiple Steam Decks, this is what I'm seeing. The games I wouldn't touch on Steam Deck, I'm like, all right, Cyberpunk. I didn't want to buy that shit on Steam because if I'm playing on Steam Deck, it didn't look good. It just didn't look good to me, and it looks really good to me on Switch 2, and that's why I bought it. Has nothing to do with Nintendo bias, because I would have bought it on Steam Deck had it run as good as it does on Switch 2. So
two
it's
things.
okay for Nintendo fans to talk about this stuff. It's fine.
One, the irony of that T is that I have it for both PC and I have it for Switch too. And I went to go play it the other day, and my Switch 2 was dead. My daughter played the mess out of the Switch 2, so I'm like, I got to put it back in the dock. Now, really, I could have just walked in here. I walked in here, sat down on the PC, and I was like, what am I going to play? Oh, Cyberpunk is there. And I sat there for a minute and was like, nah, I want to play it on the Switch too.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Sometimes you just don't feel like sitting at that setup. You know, you want to
No.
be able to kick back and relax, as a Nintendo YouTuber likes to say. I want to lay back in my bed and.
Oh wow! 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 You a funny guy. You a funny guy. Damn.
I love you, bro. I love you.
A video to share because I enabled the GPU acceleration, which crashes Discord when I share my screen. I was trying to get my camera to work, and I forgot to.
Oh, this. Okay, I got you.
I just
Hold
wanted
on.
to show
Let
for
me-
people who hadn't see it. We just
No, I got
mentioned
you.
it.
I'm about to pull it up.
Like
Hold
if Elden Ring is a good running port, if it's not a cart, I'll buy it. I might never play it on Switch too, but I'll support it.
It is most definitely going to be a card. Most
Key card.
definitely.
Key card. You mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
If it's on the cartridge, I would buy it without hesitation. But
See, it's in a position to where it could. I mean, it could charge $60 for it or $70, and that should cover the price because of the age of this
Probably
game.
mute it
That should
for-
cover the price
on. Oh, man,
for the Switch.
But it has all the DLC too, right? Doesn't it?
But then, yeah, if you add in deal. But again, Cyberpunk did that shit. They put the DLC in that bitch and everything, and it's on a cart. So I can't expect everybody to do what CD Projekt Red to do, but
Ubisoft.
So this is
what
a
was it?
this
Star
is
Wars.
a loading screen comparison.
does Star Wars have DLC?
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
got
the- I
not a
thought-
lot, but it's got all the. Remember, they had to do a bunch initially at launch, broken, and people had to restart. That paid for the extra, the early edition. They had to restart the game.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
There was a
Oh, yeah.
glitch.
Oh, yeah.
So they gave like the
Yep.
content. I think was free after that. They were gonna charge. I think they just gave it for free after that. But I'm not 100% sure on
Yeah.
that. It wasn't anything huge. There's no like expansion or anything. It was just.
Look at that screen. Look at that screen right there, bro. That big, kind of big.
Bro, that shit's
Massive.
sad. It bummed me out.
But yeah, it's just like. This is
That's a Steam problem.
This is the best Steam Deck you can buy. This is the OLED.
I don't know
one.
that any of the other systems are.
No, I'm saying it's still pumping from, that's a PC issue, I think, because it hasn't loaded yet. It's running all these shaders and shit.
Yeah, I wonder if it mattered, like doing fast.
And this
Kinda
one I could have
not
hit the A
fair.
button and just start
I think
playing
he
the
does
game.
fast
What the
travels
fuck?
in the game, if I'm not mistaken. In this clip,
Okay.
I mean.
Yeah, well, first we gotta load the game. Hold on.
It's
We gotta load the goddamn game. We still waiting on Steam Deck.
That
What's
one.
going on, bro?
Step one, cut the game
I
on.
wonder if
Step
there's
two,
a ROG Ally.
wait for the game to continue
comparison.
cutting on. I don't even want to see it, bro. This shit's a travesty. We haven't even gotten to the
Might compare.
Ubisoft logo. What the fuck is going on? Look at this.
There is a.
This is the
Steam Deck
degradation of
performance
society right here.
comparison That actually shows the
Steam Deck?
PS.
OLED?
You want me to
Pro
jump ahead or you want me to
versus
just let it
Switch,
rock?
Oh, I guess that's not. Was that something you guys brought up? Because I see a lot of people talking about you should get the PS5 version and you should get the Xbox version because they aren't game key cards. But in the bottom left-hand corner, it says
I
that
don't
you
think
have
Ubisoft
to
doesn't
download.
put the game on the disc.
Yeah,
but the
you have
point
to
of getting
download the.
on Switch, too, would be, I
Portability.
mean, you can get it for cheaper, obviously.
Yeah.
It's portability, right? That's the difference. That's the reason you get it.
Yeah.
The touchscreen too. The
Does
other
it?
thing about
Or-
Silk Song.
Or no, maybe not.
I don't
If
know
you only have a Switch 2, or if that's your main console, there's nothing wrong with buying this version of the game
this
on it
still
either.
hasn't got to the menu.
Damn.
I don't
At
know
least
if
at least it's in the logo
This we don't
section of
count
the-
this. This is just stupid. They gotta
Yeah, I
show this.
that's what I'm
stuff.
saying. It's you can't count this
This
stuff.
that
Really, just show
even
off a
look at
commercial
the
before
little
the game.
slowdown during the Ubisoft
Yeah,
logo.
yeah.
Did the Switch?
Yeah, that
do
shit's
that? Go
wild.
back to the beginning. Let's see if the Switch.
No, Switch did not do
If
that.
we gotta go
no.
back to the beginning to check to see if the lag happened, hold on.
Right there. I
Alright,
noticed
so-
that on other Ubisoft games. No, perfect.
Yeah, I didn't
Just
even.
go to
see-
shows any.
Did it
See if
animate?
it shows any fast travel like comparisons. It's a 17-minute video. I didn't make it
okay.
all the way through. That looked like fast travel there.
Oh, they're finally in. They're finally
It
in.
doesn't even look
Oh, here
anywhere
we go.
near as good.
Wait, that's the OLED on the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That bit look kind of dookie.
Well,
In comparison,
it's different lighting,
what's
but
going
look at
on?
the foliage reduction.
Oh no.
Look at the
Yeah,
choppiness.
the field of
Now
view
that,
is.
if
Yeah.
that's what people were playing at the PAX, they were 100%
Yeah.
right to say it.
Yeah,
If it looked anything
that look like some
that,
Switch One type of shit. That's some
that
Switch
is-
One shit.
That's like how I was to see Switch One, like the missing
Yeah.
foliage.
Look at
It's-
the field of view.
It's just
It's
I haven't seen this video, but I saw one similar to it.
it's off-screen footage, but you would think the OLED
That
would
shit is
still look.
rough.
I did
it
off-screen
would look.
footage. And
Also,
OLED
they have the
still
frame
looked
rate counter in the corner. This bitch ain't even hitting
22.
30 right now. Yeah, 22, 23.
He said, "Exit screen. I'm
good.
done."
Maybe he's gonna try to.
Hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think he's
Okay,
gonna close it and then
man.
reopen it to see if that it's quicker.
It exits
It's not
quick.
going to be.
It got out of there quick. It couldn't take this shit no more. I'm out of here.
Yeah, there's no videos comparing it to the ROG Ally or the Legion Go.
Be like hashtag. I don't want to do this no more. Fuck.
No, you can't compare ROG Ally and Legion Go because those bitches are $200, $300
I
more.
know, but I wonder.
So
what
Yeah,
we're trying to compare. We're trying to compare it
let's see what
to
it looks like
the
on the
closest in price.
Legion.
If we're having a fair. Also, he was
Yeah,
running it at.
if we're being
is that
fair.
800p is what he was running it at.
Star Wars Outlaws is
Yeah,
out of
we
this
know you can
world
get
on
better
Legion
performance
Go.
if you add $300. We know that shit
But how
already.
much- what does
trying
it
to-
actually look like?
Like we already know that. Like, duh.
Give me some.
Wow, it does. I mean, if
trying
this
to-
is direct feed from the Legion Go, it does look way better than the Steam Deck. That's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
But it's not. He's not showing like on the ground. This is. Oh, here we go. It's definitely better than the Steam Deck, but
Oh, yeah.
it still has.
Well, yeah, Legion Go eats Steam Deck's lunch too, but
Oh, he's playing it with frame gen.
that's
That
not
looks
really an
different.
option for me because I want a physical copy.
Nah, it looks
So
pretty
one of them has
variant.
to be a physical copy.
I'd say the Switch 2 still beats the Legion Go as well. Just the pop in.
I think it
the
does, yeah.
foliage.
I got a question. Do y'all find it odd that most of these comparisons are between PS5 Pro and Switch 2?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I
I've seen that. I'm like,
I think
You know why? You
I
know
think they're just
why?
trying to show
Why,
like
you
the
don't know
best
why.
case scenario for console gaming, just to see.
I think most of the time it works out for Switch 2
I don't think
because
they're doing.
you don't
it
expect
doesn't
the
look
Switch
as
2 version
bad.
to look as good. But the fact
Yeah.
that it even comes close,
Yeah.
I think that's what they're comparing.
I'm
It's
not
like,
sure
oh, well, this
everyone's intentions. but
visually looks pretty close to PS5.
I think it would be what does the best like console performance look like versus the Switch 2? Like if you're,
Yeah.
that would be the reason to do it. I wouldn't say it's everybody should do that. Like
Why does the Switch 2 look better on the screen? Off screen, obviously, but
it
why does
does
it look
like,
better than the OLED? It just looks better.
because it's such low resolution and low settings.
Better contrast. And
No, he just lowered
it
the
does.
resolution for what it's off.
oh my god,
Yeah.
that is struggling.
Hanging in
bruh.
the 20s, baby.
It is not looking
we're just
okay.
Stunned by this footage. It's
Hanging in the 20s, baby.
see, I think it
30
makes-
if you
I
sit
think it makes
still.
the Switch 2 look even better when you compare it next to the PS5 Pro. You see just how close it.
Yeah, that's what
Mhm.
that's how I
I
feel.
don't think it's to do
I thought it was
to make
weird,
the
but-
Switch 2 try to look worse, but it could. Somebody.
I
might.
think they're trying to say, well, hey, look how good this looks in comparison to a PS5. I think that's what they're trying to say.
But
Well, yeah, but I don't know if the nuance is
It's-
there like it should be.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's
that
you know,
is
you're
very
looking at a
Switch
handheld
1
screen.
reminiscent, though. That bottom screen, that's very Switch 1 looking.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw. It. I was like, damn,
Back
it look
when I
like
was a Switch one, I used to look like this.
Star
least-
Wars
at least
Outlaw.
the- 'cause-
Star Wars
'cause,
Outlaw can run on Switch. Confirm.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Digital
nah.
Foundry. You weren't here.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
Oliver guy.
If
started
this is what you
talking
call
about
running.
Avatar. He started talking about how he don't think Avatar can run on the Switch 2, and they just cut it off. They just cut to the next segment. Like he literally. Rich
They
just
already
came
knew
in.
it was a dangerous position
He's
to
like,
stay.
yeah, all right,
considering
well,
they
look,
already-
Wow.
good talk, Oliver. Let's move on. Like he just cut it right off. Like you
Hey,
can
listen,
tell
here's
he
that
had
you
to-
might-
find a
one
way.
of one.
edit
People will
out what
find
he
a
had said.
way to twist this narrative anyway. Like you see all these comparisons, people will find a way to make it. Wow, some old ass game. You know, it's like they optimize it for the Switch. Obviously, that version isn't running on the Lenovo and all that kind of shit. Like they will find some way to twist this.
Well, on the PC, you don't have to pay for online, and they'll find they'll find all kind of ways.
Oh, yeah.
We're just comparing game to game, up. We're gonna talk about all these little nuances. We're
Bring
talking
mine on the
game
go
to game.
too. I could bring mine on the go
Right.
too.
Right, right. And that battery's dead in 40 fucking minutes. So that's how my Legion go down.
Damn.
That shit
I wonder
is,
what the battery
that
life
shit
is
is
Damn.
over.
for running Outlaws, because that's got to be using every.
I bet it's around 45, 50 minutes. I
Do you
bet
think?
it ain't.
Do you think
you know.
game chat would actually impede the performance, or do you think they actually did what Nintendo said, where you got to make sure it works, that performance with game chat enabled? Because no one's. That's one
Well,
thing.
I
If you're
don't know.
reviewing Switch 2, you think enabling game chat
You gotta,
would be
yeah,
would
you gotta
be a
do that.
standard procedure, but no one does it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Avatar footage right now, and
I think a lot of people just forget about that shit. Really, I just think
look at that.
we need to have a. Ugh.
Yeah, that's sloppy.
This is one of the areas they show
That's
where
a-
the ray tracing.
That
and
Sloppy
the
Joe
lighting,
animations,
and like
bruh.
that to the
That was
right
a
there,
slideshow. Yeah.
Mhm.
that
There
glossy
is no ray
surface.
tracing on there.
Yeah, go
No.
back.
And we're talking about this, and some
Go
PC
back.
guy somewhere is he's seething. He's seething that we're talking about this, and we're comparing these two things.
Where's Muhammad?
You know what I'm
at?
saying? Like,
His precious Series X got beat by Switch 2.
I mean, I also don't know if it's because of how it's filmed, but the contrast
Yeah,
is like nuts.
it's probably hard.
difference.
But when I did my side by side,
maybe it's the OLED screen thing. I don't know. Maybe it's
Oh, that
I
could
don't
not
know.
be.
translating
I did a
well.
side by side with that DK Direct, and I didn't have this issue.
well. I was gonna say I did a side by side with the Steam Deck versus the Legion Go, and it didn't
So get
have
ready
it
to
didn't look
pause
like
it.
this. Well,
I'll get ready to pause it. Where?
Mm-hmm.
holy
Not
cow!
right there.
Right here. Or go a little further. He's ahead on the Steam Deck.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
See on the right there, that there's like a reflective surface. Yeah, see how it's reflecting the light, and on
wow.
on the Steam
Yeah,
Deck, it's just
the-
not there.
It's funny because Vito's like, he's like, I have this for, because he has the S and he has the PS5 and he has this for the S, and he was like, I didn't even know that was supposed to be a metal surface. I thought it was supposed to be like stone or something.
Yeah,
Well,
in some ways it looks better than the Series S version.
Ipser's made a comment earlier, and I didn't address it. He said, well, they could just turn off the ray tracing and gain 10, 15 frames per second. This game engine is built with ray trace
it can.
lighting built in. There's no turning it off. They'd actually have to implement something else,
Yeah.
and it would actually probably run
They'd have to
worse.
rebuild it. Yeah.
So it's built into
And,
the game.
That
It's
was-
just lucky. I mean, it's fortunate that the Switch 2, they put RT cores in there that could handle.
Yeah, that was their whole excuse for
Look
it
at
had
how
to be
smooth
game
that
key
camera
card
movement
is
is.
because it was like the engine was directly attached to working with SSDs. So
This will be my first and only keycard game. I gotta support
know.
this. This is,
don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that. You never know.
I bet in handheld.
You
they
never
might-
know.
I bet just,
Might be
in
my
okay, let me
person-
rephrase it. If you do this and you give me cross saves, you might get me to buy a key card.
And I believe the game wouldn't actually run as well on a cartridge with the slower speeds. If you convince
Right.
me, I don't want everybody to use that excuse. Like Street Fighter 6 wouldn't be able to use that excuse, not streaming in S.
No, Street Fighter 6 doesn't have that excuse.
Yakuza's
no.
probably not gonna have that
Nah,
issue.
yeah. That's
Yakuza definitely doesn't have. Bitch, I run that bitch off my SD card right now, so they don't have an excuse. I
will say,
I run that bitch off my SD card on my Steam
To be
Deck,
fair,
and it looks
Sega was on some
really
fuck shit.
good.
I want it to be
Look at
stated.
that.
Sega was on some fuck.
Nice camera angle, but
Oh no.
all right, enough of this. I'm actually
You've had
considering buying a micro
a
SD
standard
Express
ass
card.
SD card.
I'm thinking of buying a micro SD Express card now because, I think,
Well, I'm gonna have to. You're gonna have to
I don't
anyway.
know how much
but
room I have.
They have them on sale. They got them on sale
I'm gonna grab-
on
I'm gonna grab
Amazon
one.
right now. The terabyte is open for 200 something.
I don't need
Okay,
all
man.
that. I ain't going that far. I don't
The
need that.
512 for like 60, 70 bucks, 80 bucks, whatever. 75.
Yeah,
I think
I'll
it
go
is.
with the 512. I don't need
Oh,
no
you did do
Terra.
Chronos.
I don't need that.
Let's see.
Oh,
Well, this
yeah.
one's 160, but that's
Oh yeah.
What's this?
119. Well, I thought they were
Chronos.
cheaper than this. I thought it was like 70.
No,
80
there's
bucks.
No, they're definitely
It might have been at
expensive.
one
Oh,
point.
Chronos.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a 256. I thought it was a 512. I wonder,
alright, we're
like,
all just-
if these cards, if there's like a one that's
Yeah,
a higher.
I'm fine with a
read.
256.
The Walmart one I know was the ONN one, but it's hard. You can't. It won't ship. You have to go to the store, and it's got to be obviously close enough to drive to. There's one that's
I
like
will
2
say-
hours away from me.
Steam Deck is infinitely more comfortable to hold.
Yeah.
I
I was playing Silk
Windows and
Song
Steam
while
Deck on
watching
that.
football, and I had to turn it off after about an hour because my wrist was hurting.
You got to get
Oh,
yourself
really?
at least one
Oh,
of
Silk
these.
Song?
Send me a
Yeah.
link to that one you bought because I'll definitely pick one of those.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I got to send you guys.
Yeah,
one.
the
I mean,
ONN
it's not amazing, but it definitely helps.
the
big time. It's-
ONN Micro SD Express 512 is $65.77.
Oh, that's good.
Let's see. It says pickup. Oh,
I
it's
trust
available.
ONN. I've used
Let's
those.
see what store.
I use a lot.
Ooh, it's available right by my house, just 5 minutes away. Maybe I'll go get one after the podcast.
Maybe I'll go.
Is it Walmart?
About to go make it. About to go make
Yeah,
a.
Walmart has tons
purchase.
of ONN stuff, so I don't know if that's a subsidiary
That's their
from
main-
them or
yeah.
something. Is it okay?
I think that everything, all their non-branded stuff is
And
ONN.
and it's quality. It works. I have tons of ONN stuff, and it's lasted years, so I trust it.
But other than that, I mean, I was gonna mention too. I don't know if Outlaws if they've implemented this, but Silksong has near PS5 DualSense haptic feedback with raindrops in Silksong,
Yeah, I heard about that. Making me want to get one of them
I
damn
heard.
controllers I don't want to buy.
and
Yeah.
that's on the Switch Pro, like the Pro controller, not just the Joy Cons. I was like feeling it on the Pro controller, so I don't know if it's better or
Controller
worse.
too.
Yeah, it's on the Pro 2 controller. I don't know if the Switch 2 Joy-Cons are even going to be like it felt like across the controller. Like it was really impressive.
Nobody's done a test on that because I want to see that shit.
So like if Outlaws
should I
had
say, hear
like
it?
good haptic, that would be another benefit. So was the initial loading? I wasn't watching this video,
Oh, Switch 2 was faster.
but it wasn't as big a difference.
It wasn't like a crazy. Yeah, it wasn't a crazy difference.
That's fine. Just I want to see what the game looks like. See, now this OLED looks better. It looks blacker anyway.
Oh yeah, it does. So it had to be. It's just some weird thing. Yeah, it's definitely better.
They're definitely
only
this
fumble the
definitely
ball,
feeling
so
like
For
a
this
Resident
game,
Evil
you
game.
definitely see it in this game.
He did that last time.
Yeah, I didn't think
Are
that. I
they
didn't
looking
think
at the same thing?
That doesn't look like the same area, is it?
No, that doesn't look like
Unless
the
in
same
geometry,
room
if
at all.
It is. Yeah, it is the same area, but he's not
Oh
in the
my
same
goodness.
spot.
Yeah, he's standing in a different spot, but yeah.
There could be some. Apparently, this game's not as optimized. So
Yeah,
Again,
that's what I heard.
that's why you can't jump the gun on this shit because it's like, well, we've seen the light, you know, like
Mhm.
so. If something that's a lesser game isn't running as well, that's an optimization problem at this point.
Mhm.
So I can't. So even then, I'm like, I'm gonna wait until.
I think
You
it's
know.
really must be really that the ray tracing built into the Snowdrop that really killed the Star Wars, and also Frontiers of Pandora like struggles on the Steam Deck. So
Okay, there.
Oh,
there
it-
now
those
they're
are
in the
similar.
same
That's a
area.
similar
Yeah.
shot for sure.
Yeah, because I was like, what the hell am I?
Yeah, I
looking
mean
at
they're
for a
pretty
second?
close.
But I'm thinking about like even stuff like I don't know now. I haven't tried it in a while. But like Indiana Jones and shit. I tried that bitch on my Legion Go. That bitch said, "Fuck you."
Oh, is it? Was it that
it,
rough?
Next.
yeah, it would go to the title screen and nothing else. That bitch stopped. It wouldn't even get me past the title
That's a-
screen.
I
That
can't-
shit-
wait, because is Indiana Jones already confirmed? Indiana Jones already
Yeah.
confirmed for Switch 2, right?
That'll be the next
Yeah.
like benchmark
Yeah.
game for.
Yeah, that's gonna
So-
be the. Are we
I'm gonna have to play
good?
that
Like,
bit on my
I
Switch 2 as
guess.
well.
That
God damn.
that could be. I mean, we could be eating well, you know, with third party games. It sucks. They're not gonna be on cartridges, but
I like that idea. Juice is like, we eating. I'm like, dog, we
Yeah,
eating.
I
man,
never
we
expected all these fucking games to be on a cart. Like that
And,
was just
you know-
never gonna be a thing. I just didn't expect 90-something% to be on the key card. That was my thing. If it was like 50-50, I would feel a lot more better.
I wonder if that's.
fine.
I would say maybe that's
understand that.
because of how early some of these games are coming out. I wonder if the later ones
Yeah.
will kind of balance it out later.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, at least
It
you don't
gets
have
balanced.
to cloud stream them.
Oh God, I knew you were gonna say.
Oh,
something.
please,
What are
no,
these-
none of that.
What are these random? What are you cloud streaming?
No,
Who's cloud
that's what
streaming
the
what?
Switch one. You had like people were like, oh, I can do these graphics, but you
Oh,
gotta
okay.
like stream
Yeah.
them and stuff.
Like
Mhm.
the Resident Evil and the fucking what was it?
Yeah.
Hitman,
What's
Kingdom
that-
Hearts.
what's that-
Control.
Kingdom
No, I'm
Hearts.
thinking of the
Kingdom
Control.
Hearts.
That's the one I was thinking
I
about.
still want
Control.
Square to go back and
Control,
fix
that
that
has
shit.
potential with the ray tracing performance. That could be like
Ooh.
significantly better on Switch 2.
Who's
now.
that?
Oh, he's
Who's
excited.
the publisher producer?
The publisher
Is
is
that right?
that they did Death
IO?
Stranding on PC. The hell are they called?
Embarrassment.
They're not like to me they weren't like a well-known name.
Yeah.
I thought it was the same people who made the Alan Wake games.
They
That's
made
the
Alan Wake,
developer,
yeah.
but the publisher is different.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
505 games.
So yeah, 505. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. I expect games like that to definitely show up on Switch 2 at some point. That's because I said this before the Switch 2 even came out. That boy, what a beautiful way to resell your PS4 games. Put them bitches out on Switch 2. Because these Nintendo fans, a lot of them never played any of this shit. They're new games to these guys.
Maybe
So
Death Stranding 2 will come. Just kidding.
Man,
Maybe.
nobody wants that.
You're implying not give a shit about that.
No, someone
that's
brought
a
up
whole-
Not that any-
Spider-Man
yeah.
earlier. Spider-Man with ray tracing. I mean, if Sony's willing
You
to
could
do
do
it,
that.
I
you
think
could do it.
Spider-Man would do well. Spider-Man would
I do
sell well
too.
on Xbox if that shit came to Xbox. Like, Spider-Man's gonna do well on Switch 2 if it comes. Both of them. Oh, excuse me, 3 of them, because isn't there Miles Morales
Yeah.
too? So
Yeah,
they probably. I don't
yeah,
know.
they'll all do well. I guarantee
it's
you
more
they'll
like a
do well.
1.5, but yeah, we'll keep it.
Lenny
yeah,
Remedy
yeah,
is the
yeah.
developer. 505 was the publisher of those games.
Yeah, but Spider-Man is the type of game because it's a superhero game of a very popular superhero, more popular than my favorite.
I mean, it's a solid game. I'm not. I don't hate it, but
There are rumors that we're gonna finally see Wolverine.
Well, a lot of people love that
single
fucking
player.
game though. I'm not a huge fan of it. I play
It's
it. but,
fine.
you know.
I absolutely love those
It's
games.
fine.
They're so
To me, it's
fucking
fine,
good.
but I know a lot of people love that goddamn game of the year game to a lot of people. So
oh, we never talked
They're
about
amazing
the
What,
games.
Batman-
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
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 We never talked about the Batman Lego game. That looks really freaking good.
oh yeah. Please be on the cart.
I was disappointed that it
I
wasn't-
believe that'll be on the card.
I was disappointed
I
it
hope so.
wasn't the voice actor wasn't the Lego Batman guy, but then I realized it's a bunch of different Batmans. So I don't know if it's he probably wanted too much money, whatever. I forget his name. He's actually really good as Lego Batman voice. He was on the
I
Lego.
see his face, but I
Master
can't.
Show.
Is it Will something or
Will Arnett. And
Will
I was
Arnett,
a little
yeah.
disappointed to hear this Batman Bruce Wayne voice wasn't very good, but it looks good. It looks
like I haven't cared
actual
about Lego
game
games.
that's
Just
just
like
set in Lego, like an actual like Arkham style Batman game set with Lego aesthetics.
Lego City, motherfucker. Yeah, it looks like Arkham, but like in Lego. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, that's how it should
that's
be.
cool
We
as
shouldn't be
shit.
doing the Horizon game, just a simplistic, boring,
Yeah.
straightforward.
Because that worked out well.
Walk from one point to the other, like no level design, no puzzle solving, no combat that anywhere close to the Horizon games. And that
Yeah,
game
even
just
like the Lego
The
Batman
Lego
games were pretty
games,
good.
They're easy, you know. They're not like some overly complicated like.
You don't know that.
mystery
Yeah, but
shit.
It's,
You don't
it's-
gotta
it's
be- you don't
hard
gotta be-
sometimes.
You don't gotta be baby easy though. Like I understand
I mean,
your Lego.
because but I mean, T, you and I both love like Lego City Undercover. It's an amazing fucking game, but it is a baby game. You walk to a thing, you click on a thing. You walk to the next thing, you click on a thing. It's not some deep shit.
There's some depth to that game that isn't in most Lego games. I would say it's not crazy deep or anything like that. And the fact that it's a big open world, that's also pretty
So
cool.
Star Wars Saga was
It's
supposedly
GTA Lego.
like the Star Wars Saga was apparently like more deep than most Star Wars.
Oh,
games.
and the Star Wars Saga. Yeah, I was gonna say that
Uh,
was another one that was
Skywalker,
really good.
whatever it was, the last one.
Skywalker. What is it called? Is it Legacy?
Yep.
Skywalker. Yeah, that's really good. So you can get a little deeper. You ain't got to go. Obviously, turn into no fucking RPG or some shit. But
Pause.
can get
Pause.
those.
Pause. Pause.
Mortal Kombat
pause.
11, that's not a Switch 2 version.
It's not. I forgot
yeah,
I
you running the
played
Switch
anyway.
1 version on Switch 2. That ain't fair.
I wonder what.
Hey man, They did anyway.
Didn't they?
It's their fault.
They patched the Switch. Was that 11? Which one did they like do massive patches
Yeah.
to
It was 11.
on Switch One?
I think it was 11.
And I had to eat
Yeah.
some crow because I was like, I think it was Shadow Fox.
Because you didn't think it was going to be any better. You
Somebody was like trying to say that the Switch One update was more comparable like PS4. I'm like, no fucking way. Switch One looked terrible. Then I saw the post update and I was like, wow, they made a massive improvement. So, but I haven't seen it on Switch 2 to see if there's even more. Like maybe it runs at a higher resolution more often.
Yeah.
Still got the static characters.
Yeah, they would have to do
That's
some
kinda
massive
sad.
changes to do that.
Yeah, they ain't
That
going to do
reminds
that.
me
I
of
don't
like
think.
Super Nintendo,
Versus Sega Genesis
like versus the arcade of
or arcade.
Killer Instinct. Like I miss the animated.
Those nuances. Yeah, because you thought, oh man, I got the Super Nintendo version of Killer Instinct. Take that shit home and like, oh, this
ain't
ain't
that.
no McDonald's hamburger. This is a Mama Burger. This ain't.
I don't know why some of these companies.
That's
have
With
it-
the
flat
Wonder
welfare
Bread.
burger. So, exactly, the Wonder Bread. It's a Wonder Bread. It's a whole flat welfare
That's a
burger.
huge
That ain't no
difference.
McDonald's.
Steam Deck is just killing it there. I think that's what
Yeah,
Shadow Fox. I think that's what he was saying. It was comparable to Steam. It's not. It's better, but it's not comparable. It's not comparable to Steam Deck. Just look at
just look at how meaty it is.
the
Is this the
Oh,
Switch
oh,
One
yeah.
version of?
It's like they took out any
Yeah.
atmospheric effects or anything, and it's just like the raw.
Oh my god! I mean, it's not even close.
It's for a
Not even
Switch
close.
One game. It's not bad, but
It's not bad for Switch One. No.
I don't know if it was him or Doc81. Somebody was trying to make it sound like it was like really close to the Steam Deck, and I was like, nah. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but it was. Seeing this now, yeah, it's pretty far off. At least it runs at a smooth frame rate on Switch 2.
Let the Nintendo fans enjoy that shit. Because in 2 years, when when the Steam Deck 2 come out, you have to end these comparisons.
Yeah.
It'll be over then. But I'm guessing it's going to be pretty expensive when it comes.
I
out.
mean, then we'll talk about the PlayStation 6 handheld.
Right.
Oh, God.
I don't know why they're doing that.
That would be stupid. Handhelds never went
That's
well.
true. Yeah. No, they went well. No, that's not fair.
Well, the first one
They
sold
had-
well, but
PSP went really well.
They never support it with major games, so like most they did with some, but not the
They
full.
were trying.
But
I'm
now,
talking about,
if
man,
it
there
would
was
be
2 GTAs on that bitch.
if it would just be the same games as the main system, then it'd be different story.
Well, I think that's what it is. It's just
Yeah,
their
if it was gonna be
downscaled
a
version.
separate thing with separate games.
Nobody's
that's pointless.
nobody's crazy enough to put out a handheld where you have to have separate games.
Mhm.
You're done. Forget
Isn't
about
it
it. That
crazy
ain't gonna
thinking
work.
about that was, I mean, not even 9 years ago. That's just was the norm.
Yeah.
Under 9 years ago, like
I mean, and it can still be, but not for like the main competitors. It had to be some side company, putting in, and they're gonna be a bunch of old ass games and some indie shit. You're not putting out no $600 handheld.
that's all this guy's
trying to
channel
compete.
is. What's
Yeah,
that
man,
against the
that's weird.
Legion? The bottom right, is that Cyberpunk?
Yeah, it's our fault.
Damn, what was I?
He wants
I
to
feel like
forget.
I had something I've been trying to bring up.
Seeing that actually, I've never seen it against the Legion.
Yeah, I'm curious. Now we're all about comparisons. Now it's Switch 2's,
Yeah.
throwing punches.
Hey,
Yeah,
Nintendo
now you guys
fans-
want to see the comparisons?
Hey, Nintendo fans, do not feel shameful or guilty of that. You have every right to compare and contrast.
See, he
You
needed
got a
to
console that's
He needed to do it
fairly
for me.
powerful.
Oh, okay. I hate when they
But
have.
man,
the,
that Legion
the
goes
stuff on
Legion
the
goes
side.
scream, my lord.
I hate when they have all the
Yeah.
stats on the side.
Well, I think
like,
it's also with the comparisons, like because when people do like Switch One comparisons
you
to like
can't even-
PlayStation 5, it's like nobody needs to actually fucking see that. But now there's actually something that's comparable.
Yeah, I think.
Look at the Legion go. You can't even fit that bitch on the screen. It's so big. like you know how a Steam Deck you can see the whole system. You can't even see the whole Legion go. That bitch is big, man. God damn. It's a big bitch.
Huge.
Just get a controller, dude. What are you doing? Like this is all you do. I guess this is probably the first one.
Yeah.
Like, come
Yeah,
on,
why doesn't he
man,
have a
this-
controller?
Get the
hooked up?
Controller
controller
console
synced
for
up
stuff.
so you're not using the damn buttons.
Or at least
I
take
think he
off
does in the later videos because I think Star Wars is similar to
I
that.
love how he has
At
to
least
use
take off
A
the
in two different
sticks.
spots.
Take them off and just have the screen. At least that way maybe they'll fit on the fucking
FX,
I
screen.
hate Legion goes like this little.
Take off the
Res.
Joy Cons of each console. What
Okay,
is he
now
doing? I
zoom
don't-
out.
Oh,
Let's see
he's
the
zoomed
both.
in.
Plus, it's
Yeah,
off-screen footage,
yeah.
so it's really unfair.
What the fuck is this?
This is a benchmarking.
He was
Oh,
learning.
why are we
he
doing
was
this?
learning his format here.
Alright,
Do that shit before you start the goddamn record on the video. You know what I'm saying? Why, we don't got time for this shit.
Alright, hold on.
Welcome to the comparison
Hey.
pocket. Remember Robert mad at us because people, what were they? They compared what?
Oh yeah.
Zelda and Horizon or something. Like, why would they compare those? Because
Yeah.
they have some similarities. Every game
Yeah.
has. I was like, come on, bro.
Oh man.
There's some justification on the games they chose.
Yeah.
Some there wasn't.
First party major open world games. I mean, that's. Let's see here. With big vistas, big beautiful vistas. Well, one of them anyway. Ugh.
Yeah, the Switch
Fucking
too looks
Vista
nice.
is big.
No,
That
ruined
does
me,
look pretty
bro.
smooth.
It's like what 40 frames on?
Is he seriously doing this? You get another person,
No,
And
he's,
you
he's
fucking
got to
rec-
walk over to compare the shot. He's going up the
Bruh,
stairs
like,
and he's gonna
edit
turn
your
around.
goddamn video. We don't
Yeah,
need
so
to
you
see
can
this
have
shit.
them happening at the same time. You can edit, so you can have the footage playing at the same
He
time.
was early. He
Hey,
was a young he was a
you
young
gotta be
YouTuber.
kidding.
He's trying to control them both
Early?
at the same time. Come on,
How
man.
many
He's
videos
trying,
this
bro.
dude got?
Legion Go
He's
looks
trying,
better. I'm
let
just
it-
gonna say Legion Go looks better in this.
It does.
It's also weird because they're at different times of the day. Like the bottom
It's
one's
got
at night.
motion blur on too.
Yeah, why would you do that? Like you can do something about that. You can, and we don't need to see it. You can edit that shit out of your goddamn video.
He's trying to.
We need to see your setup. Have this shit ready to go and cut around that. What are we doing? I'm saying, he
you
should
said
have
the Legion
somebody else.
Gold looks better.
I think so. I think the card
Oh.
model was better.
I think the.
Oh
problem-
no!
I don't
Well,
know,
I don't know.
man.
I don't know actually.
Oh no! I
No.
think
It can go
Looks
either
I
way
way.
think
off.
the
honestly.
lighting looks more natural. I don't know. It's a different time of day.
The problem is that the bottom one's at night. That's the.
It's a
I don't
different
know if
time
I-
of day.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what's
yeah, I
throwing
don't
it
know if
off.
I
I
give
think
that
that's
to
what
it.
makes it look better.
If we're
for me.
just. Yeah, because nighttime shots
Dude,
are fucking
fucking
gorgeous.
set the time of day. Like it's not.
Although the Legion Go should be better.
Wait, can you set the
But
time
is
of
it?
day, Juice?
Is it?
but is it?
Yeah, you can just go. You can go to your apartment and sleep or whatever, and come out in the fucking daytime on the other console. What the hell are you doing here? What are we doing?
That's relatively.
That's every game does that.
How much
shit.
does the Legion go, by the way? Can someone out of curiosity?
Too much money?
$750
You
for
said, how
the,
much?
the,
Say it again,
the big
T-Side.
boy. That one right there is $750.
Is that
But
the
they're
one
about to
that
drop a
nice.
new one. They're about to drop a new one that's more ergonomic. It's nice and it's a little bit more powerful. It give you extra 6 frames per second. And
Well,
that
I
bitch
saw-
is starting at $9.99. Goddamn.
I saw one. I
that?
don't know what one was. $14.99 with 32 gigs of RAM and.
Oh yeah,
Wow,
that's
this
the
thing's
highest.
still-
That's the
this thing-
highest
This
end.
thing's still getting
That's-
frame rate drops.
Yeah, that's looking a little choppy.
Yeah, it's hanging in
That's
like
not
the
convenient
30s.
anymore. That's nowhere
It's
near
jump-
convenient. $1,500 for a handheld?
This game's still jacked
Nah,
though,
bruh.
after all these years.
Because the game wasn't. I mean, motherfuckers, they were like, we're gonna.
I mean, you gotta give them
Yeah.
credit though. They did a mad amount of work on this game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, here's
It
my
doesn't-
problem.
Shouldn't have launched
You
the
charged me.
way it did.
I mean, yeah, I
you
want to give
charged
you
me
credit.
full price.
but the game should have came
No,
out right.
No, I mean, even just the way the game plays and is like it looks nothing like the original version.
Oh yeah, they
It's
put
like,
in effort because they spend too much fucking money.
It's
That's the
still got
problem.
that.
No Man's Sky.
You know, the open world issues are still there. That had a little pause.
I
Yeah,
saw
I
a
saw
little
that.
stutter there.
Like your car can get stuck
What do-
on
th-
like
like this
small
is
roads
not
and-
how you do a comparison, my
No.
brother. This is
Bro,
Alright,
he's
let's
like,
end this
oh,
one.
let me just. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's get out of
It's got to be
here.
way better.
Yeah, this
I
was
feel
2
like there
months
was
ago.
one
This is
thing I
really
wanted to
when
bring up a while ago, and I forgot. Now
You gonna wait until now to bring it up?
Yeah,
Late
it's
as
too late
hell.
now, but yeah, we made it through.
Well,
we had to pivot a little bit. I didn't mind the hangouts.
Oh, I think. Well, I think what you wanted to bring out, and we don't have to get into it, is that there's going to be a direct this week.
No.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
777
There
direct.
isn't gonna be. I'm
On
gonna say
the
it right
12th.
now. There's not gonna be a direct this week. There's no way in hell.
On the 12th.
Never. I wouldn't say that if I were you.
yeah, don't do that to
You're gonna
yourself.
find a Fantasy 7. You're
Don't-
gonna
don't-
get Mary
don't
Galaxy
put-
7.
I'm
don't
saying right
don't
now.
put yourself in that.
You guys
Don't
can,
put yourself in that position.
next week. You can tell me how wrong I was or how right I was.
Do not put
What
yourself
game
in
is
this
that?
position.
I don't take comfort in. I don't take
No,
comfort
No
in
Man's
that. bro.
Sky.
He said he
Man's
was
Sky
gonna
won.
stand on it. He said he's standing on it.
I do.
No Man's
I
Sky
take
get
comfort
another
in that
major
stuff.
update. It's finally going to be
stands
the
on it,
game we
damn.
wanted it to be. I think No Man's Sky finally going to be the game. We can
Yeah.
actually fly from the ground out into space like they do on No Man's Sky.
Oh
And
really?
Starfield's going to allow that to happen.
What is going
finally.
on with?
I
the
was just gonna
fucking
say,
Switch
are they
version?
gonna let that
Yeah,
happen in
he is
Starfield?
not. He did
Yeah,
not
that's
think
that's
this
part of the
out.
next
What
major
is he
update.
doing?
There's something in the
Is
way
he
this guy
standing
is
in fire? What
controlling
is he doing?
his knob.
I don't know where he's at.
He's dying. That's
Remember,
what's going on.
aren't
He's
these
dying.
aren't these planets
He's
randomized?
dead.
Yeah, he died. He's dead.
Oh, he's in
Oh, no,
water?
he's in the
Oh,
water.
oh,
Yeah,
it's moving.
he's in the water. This is a weird shot,
You can't do a comparison
What
because
is
it's not
going
the same
on?
planet, like right?
bitch. Where are you?
No, it's
Now it's
it's
like
the
you're
same
in a
planet.
white
I think it's
void.
going through.
The
It must
character
be going
model's
through
pretty
some
good
sort
Why
of.
are
in
you
there.
doing? Why would you
Damn,
do it
damn, the
underwater?
pop in was wild on that. That's crazy.
There's nothing. Why is it just completely white? Like, what are you doing?
It's
You
completely
can't even
blown
see
out.
the text.
I think
Why
a
did they do
A
this?
nuclear explosion went off.
Can we,
And,
can we?
I don't think he knew that watching the
Oh,
or
there's
doing the
the-
video.
Why
I
more
think he
violence
couldn't
like
tell.
that?
He wasn't looking in the camera clearly because this is awful. But he still put the shit up though.
I mean,
He said,
That's a
"Good
problem.
enough."
He
He
put
makes
it
the
up.
game
Good
look
enough.
bad on
Fuck it.
both systems.
And we're still watching it.
All right, we're gonna get out of
Oh,
here.
What is
Oh,
Yeah,
it could
go
be
ahead,
an
go ahead, go
HDR
ahead.
blowout. I
the water
doubt
look
it.
good though. That water look good.
Yeah, he's all over the place. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
We'll see you guys next week.
You gotta work. You gotta work on his skills there a little bit. bro.
Yeah. See y'all later. This is